Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're talking about 8 billionaires own as much wealth as 50% of the population. I mean, 50% of the world's population. Mind-blowing, isn't it? What does that mean for you? Just what we've been talking about for 5 years. Ways to get your assets. Let's talk. Let's figure it out. Let's strategize. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Stop struggling now. Gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for being here. Once again, please share the videos. Why? Because people don't know about this valuable information. The wealth inequality gap is real. You have to put yourself in position to win, and I mean win financial gain. Now, let's get into who's in the house. But before I can even do that, make sure you share the videos. That's so other people can recognize and understand what's going on. And that's also trying to help somebody that may not even be looking for help or looking for the information. They just so happen to see it. So whichever way it works, we love it. Now, also in the chat room tonight, you won't see this on replay most likely, but in the chat room, check out the link for Beachfront Java. It's only in the chat room. Why? Because part of the assets is creating your own business or buying a business. That is an asset that we've talked about greatly over the last 4 or 5 years. And our own Professor Auntie Val has started her Beachfront Java. That's right, coffee business. And it's going to morph into the wellness realm, making teas available later on this year. She has at least 12 different type of coffees with different blends. Some have cinnamon, some have dark chocolate, some have espresso. All depends. We have Keurig. I shall say she has. I have nothing to do with the business, but I feel like a great promoter of her business because she's a member of our channel and she's a great asset as well and a great human being. So we have to promote our own, right? So go check out Beachfront Java. Use the promo code SN Lifestyle. SN Lifestyle. Use that promo code. Why? Because after you make your first order, how about getting 10% off for life? That's right. She still has that offer extended. So make sure you make use. And we're talking about starting at $19.95, $18.95. I believe she had one on sale last time we checked. But starting there, Keurig, fine ground, drip ground, and whole beans from around the world. That's right. Internationally known locations like Peru, Honduras, Central America, Indonesia, African beans. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, not just any old kind of beans, premium blends. And it comes in a Ziploc bag, so every time you use it, you can zip it lock and keep it fresh. How about that? And 1 pound, 3 pound, 5 pound, half pound. Go check her out. Show some love for our own Professor Auntie Val and family at beachfrontjava.com. And again, free shipping in the United States. What more can you ask for? 5-star reviews from everyone that has ordered her coffee already. I have Campfire Brew. Check. Awesome. So go show some love, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of, the professor is here. Auntie Val is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to her name. That means she's a member of the channel as well. And she brings her tagline, "Good evening, fam." She has the heart. She's showing the strength and the support and the cup of beachfront Java. So there you have it. She brings her notification. She says, "Got the notification and trailer. Thank you so much. Everybody that comes in tonight, please let me know if you received the notification and trailer." And she says, "Seasonal flavors are here." Oh my, a special blend at Beachfront Java. And remember that free shipping in the continental United States, in case you don't know what that means. Shipping to Alaska and Hawaii usually costs more. So there's generally no free shipping in those states. But the lower 48, free shipping. Look who else is in the house this evening. Laverne Penix. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He too has the icon next to his name, and he has his own Mr. Cool title. That's right, Mr. Cool is here in these YouTube streets. Thank you so much for being here once again. And he says, "Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. I received a notification and trailer." That's 2 people. Can we break the record tonight? And speaking of breaking the record, oh my goodness, I had the sunglasses on last week, and the Colorado Buffaloes almost lost, down by 11 in the 4th quarter, and somehow they made a comeback from being upset kids. And one of the stars, Heisman Trophy candidates, knocked out for a couple of weeks. That's how crazy this game was. But they didn't win by plus 30, as I had predicted. They barely even won in overtime. So Vegas does not love them. All right. Because they were supposed to win by 20. But hey, so was TCU, was supposed to win by 20 plus, and they didn't either. So there's what goes around comes around. Georgia's Charles, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He too has the icon next to his name. And he says, I know what he means, because we know what his tagline is. Because George's Charles is, "I smell money." I know it's coming up. He's in the house. He's an entrepreneur. Everybody here so far, entrepreneurs, whether they have their own businesses, whether they're doing real estate investing, it doesn't matter. They are here. If you have questions, you can ask them in our chat room, ladies and gentlemen. Why? We have people here with a myriad of information right here in their head. They probably have forgotten information that you could use. That's how awesome these people are here in the SSN Nation. All right. Now, I have to say, I'm getting a little bit older, so I'm just losing my mind. But we have other people here that aren't losing their minds, so they can actually remember all the information that they don't even teach in schools. They don't teach this in entrepreneur school, business school. It doesn't matter. You can get it here. All right, SSN Academy, SSN University. It's the no guru zone, so there's no courses. We don't sell any of that. We just give you the information you need. Jaway J, another investor in the house. I just get excited from the investors here, the entrepreneurs here. He's another one. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He too has the icon next to his name, and he brings his tagline, "Hello, SSN Nation. Hope everyone is doing well. Received the notification and saw the trailer." That's 3 people. Oh my, we're moving along. Can we bust out the record this evening? Professor Auntie Val showing the hearts with the love. We got to show the support. You know how we do it, right? Victor Marrero, another investor, entrepreneur, business owner, soon to be retiree, who's done the damn thing right. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He has the icon next to his name as well, showing some support financially as well. And he brings his tagline, "Hello, all. Let's do this." And he's exactly right. We have to do it, ladies and gentlemen. We have to get you on board with the good ship wealth train. All right. We got to get you up here, ladies and gentlemen, because you will be left behind after the next explosion. You will not be able to catch up. When they finally reduce the interest rates and get out that extremely cheap credit, oh my, the billionaires and multimillionaires are going to go off. All right. So you got to position yourself along with them. That's what I'm going to preach in all of 2023. The rest of it. And oh, by the way, we still haven't had those houses come down. Here we go. Eric, did you see the new project in Vista Cana? Paseo Isleona? Nope, I have not. Okay. Tell me something good. It better be good. I'm just messing with you. No, I have not heard of it. So we're going to check it out. Where would I find it? And oh, tell me, by the way, you have information on that? I'm just going to say, because I know. Let me see. I'm going to check something. Nope. I didn't get anything sent to me. So that means it's going to be a Google raid. Because once again, let me see if I have something on my screen. Because I haven't shown a particular banner, an image in a while. And I don't think I still have that image. I need to see if I still have an image, which I'm pretty sure I removed. Yeah, it looks like it. Because I wanted to, a lot of, I still have it. So we're going to get into that first before we get into any other real estate, because we do have we're at 60 people in the SSN Nation, are known in the SSN Nation, who have stopped by that own in the Dominican Republic for real estate, whether it's villas, whether it is condos. But so far, we haven't had any business owners stop by, as far as I know, to give us ideas on what they are doing over there. So hint, hint, ladies and gentlemen, the new Dominican Republic weeklies coming out later on this evening. So you guys will know, yes, all-time records for tourists and everything's being blown. Oh, I can't even spoil it for you, because wait till you see it. Now, we're going to get into something else real quick before we start talking about Vista Cana. Oh, it's inside Vista Cana, Paseo Isleno. No, this is exciting, Vista Cana. But Yahweh J, do you know the prices? Yahweh J, can we get 1 bedrooms for 120? Can we get 2 bedrooms from 170 to 180? Or are the numbers underneath that? Because that will tell me if there are any amenities within this project. Because Paseo, what was that other one? Paseo Paseo Sendero, I believe that's what it is. If it's part of them, then they added a gate, they added security. So you got to pass through a security gate to get to Paseo de Sendero, I believe it's called. I can't remember the names. See, like I said, can't remember everything, ladies and gentlemen. Andreen Miller is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. She has the icon next to her name, which I appreciate. And she brings her tagline this evening. Good evening, all. But every time Andreen Miller comes, you know what that means. Once again, I have to mention SSN Academy, SSN University. It's the no guru zone. We don't charge for ebooks. We don't charge for information. We don't charge for teaching anything. Why? You know what's odd is we make money. Why should I have to charge you? I need you to use your money to go pay for assets. That's what we want to set you up for. No 2,500, no 1,000, no $5,000, no 10 grand, no 30, no 50, none of that for a few hours of my time or a few hours of our time. No, I should start calling out some names. No, you don't have to send $30,000 to Rick Ross. No, you don't have to do that. Come on now. I'm just saying, we got to call it out like it is. You could have used all that money and you could be earning damn near $300, $400, $500 per month if you didn't invest in a business with that money. Instead, you're getting pitched Wingstop or some nonsense. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm sorry. Sometimes I go off on the deep edge, ladies and gentlemen, especially when I get upset about what's out here. Maria Barnes, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Another entrepreneur is here, known as Mrs. Cool, in the house, getting ready to go over to the Eurozone. And she found something over there along with Mr. Cool in Spain, which you guys should look at as well. In fact, I'm partial to the Eurozone. I love Europe. That's all I can tell you. All right. She brings her tagline. Hello, Eric and SSN family. How is everyone doing? Everyone's doing good now that you're here. And I got the notification and trailer. Oh, we're up to 5 people, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for letting me know. Paul Castillo, another investor's in the house. He's hunting down the best project for his money. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. He says, good evening, my SSN family. I was missing in action for a little, but now I'm back. Great to see you all. Let's do this is what we do here every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday. And we're going to have another live stream. Hopefully, the Larimar guys, come on, they've held up the Blue Breeze. I don't know why, because I got to tell you guys at Larimar, Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 3, Tower 4, Tower 2 sold out. Tower 1, 3 units, 4 units left actually because one of the penthouses is left. Now, Tower 3 and Tower 4, there's only freaking 5 or 6 units left overall in all the buildings. Basically less than 10 in the last 3 buildings of prime towers. All right, just so you guys know. And Paul Castillo's been out here trying to hunt down some projects that he loves. Vanessa Comagate is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce wealth building at its best. The seamless genius is here with the icon next to her name. And she brings her tagline this evening. Hey, boss and SSN fam, hello to you. Happy Monday. That is correct. What are we doing on a Monday? Trying to figure out how to get ahead, ladies and gentlemen, because there's all kind of financial twist and turn. Unbeknownst to you, I should add, because you never know what the government's doing underhandedly behind your back. But what they're doing does not matter sometimes because you're holding your own assets. But we always look for whatever they're going to do. We want to hold the assets that they're working to beef up. We know what those are, fortunately. All right. Thank you, Vanessa Comagate, for being here. What's good, sis? From Professor Auntie Val, showing some in-house love. And Auntie Val, yo, it's the new flavors at Beachfront Java. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate's already on top of it. That's right. Jawway J, no, this is upscale. Mediterranean style, 3 and 4 bedrooms. 3 different styles starting at $289K to $389K. Okay, so you know what's next. Jawway J, the price doesn't give us all the answers. We need to know the square meters or the square footage. Are we up to, you do realize we could be at 2,000 per square meter, which would mean those prices would give us a 12 or 1,300 unit to an 1,800 unit. Or if we're up to $3,000 per square meter, once again, this could be 1,000, 1,100 square feet to about 12 or 1,300 square feet. I highly doubt if it's in Vistacana, if it's going to be $1,500 per square meter. So let us know the square meters. Are these townhomes or villas? But either way, 3 and 4 bedrooms would indicate townhomes or villas, and a Mediterranean style type of project inside Vistacana. So they went with Pueblito Caribeño, like in the streets of Cuba or even San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then they said, we have something else for you. We're going to make something like Tulum, make it a condo hotel, chuck them, right? Then they said, okay. Let's make something over here in Sabana because we have an equestrian center. So we're going to have stables and horses and a little rodeo every now and then. So we got to do some things over there and make these big ass units. Well, now we have a Mediterranean style inside Vistacana. I got to give them credit. Now, are they going to have some amenities within their section like Oasis del Lago has now came up? And they said, hold my beer. We're going to throw something out on that lake on the other side with the fitness center while you're working out. You're overlooking the lake. Okay, I get you. Right on. Co-working spaces overlooking the lake. All right, I get you. Walking trails. I get you. Yeah, so they said, well, if you're going to pay $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 for our villas at Oasis del Lago, I guess we better have something else over here besides just houses. Well, they're coming, ladies and gentlemen. All right, showing nothing but the heart from Professor. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing like Monday Night Football and Money Making Monday. There you go. Exactly, well said. I appreciate that, Georges Charles, with the icon. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel, all you have to do is there's a dollar sign, usually on your phone. That's how you become a member of the channel. I'm just saying. I'd appreciate it. Members of the channel can also join me on any live stream. That's pretty cool, and discuss anything they want. Now, let's get into some things, shall we? Because I want to bring this up. A long-time members and subscribers, I want to thank you both. You guys have seen this before, but we may have some new people who are thinking about buying real estate, and they will be very happy, or starting a business. They will be very happy once you understand what the 8 billionaires who own as much as wealth as 50% of the world population. Okay, let's get this thing straight. First of all, in 2017, 8 billionaires owned as much wealth as 3.6 billion people. At that time, there was roughly around 7 billion people on the planet. 8. Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? Leaving the other 3.6 billion to share the remaining 50% of the wealth. Is that incredible? Also, keep this in mind. The top 8 billionaires own 50% of the wealth. What about the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 20th, 25th billionaire? How much wealth do they own? I'm just asking for friends. Because when you really start thinking about it, the reason why their wealth is going to go up higher than ours is because they have more money. So any increase of 10% on $1 billion, okay, $100 million. Whereas 10% on a 25-year-old's 401k that only has on average $30,000, that's only $3,000. That's a problem. People that are over 50 has $100,000 on average in their 401k. 10%, 10,000. Billionaire has 1 billion sitting around earning 10%. That's 100 million. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, you can see how this can get way out of whack quickly. And that's why, no matter what the numbers say, what happens when there's 2,500, 2,600 billionaires on the planet? How much wealth do you really think they own compared to the rest of the population? And keep in mind, not all the population are over 18. Think about that as well. So when you start subtracting out under 18 and the remaining people, the wealth gap is even larger. The billionaires own damn near 70% of the wealth, ladies and gentlemen, and the rest of us are messing around over the rest of the pie. But that's okay. You guys are here. We're making sure that you step it up. Here we go. Check this out. Some of you may not have ever seen this scale before, but this right here, look at this. Pay attention. Now, only because I don't have this on the screen, and I probably should, because I can't move my cursor over it. So maybe I can find it, because I've used this chart before. Yes, somebody has the chart. Let me see if I can I know who I'm going to use, Visual Capitalist. Let's use the chart from his site. All right, let's go use the chart. So we got lucky tonight, ladies and gentlemen, or shall I say, you guys got lucky, because now we can get down to a little bit better business because you will start understanding where all this wealth comes from. And then you might start thinking, why am I out here buying this other stuff? Because it costs you the same. You're out here buying, let's just say, clothes. And you go on your shopping spree and you say, hey, I'm just going to charge the credit card a couple $1,000s or $500, whatever the case may be. You do that once or twice every month or two. And the next thing you know, it's not a good thing, right? So keep that kind of thing in mind. Now, oh yes, this is beautiful. This will work right here. Just what the doctor ordered. All right, here's what the doctor's ordering up tonight. Right here. We've seen this chart before. This gives everybody no excuses, no reason for excuses here. All right, none. You don't get any. Once you see this chart, you understand how wealth is produced. Check it out. Here we go. All right, let's see. Victor Marrero, he says, I saw something here. Big announcement tomorrow regarding interest rate. Stock market is still holding. Max ETF investing, option trading so far working as planned. Consistency and patience. Now, see, Victor Marrero, he just actually enhanced the situation. Notice he gave names. Max ETF. That's right. Have your pen, pads, and papers ready. Max ETF. Go check those out. They give dividends every month. Go study. All right. Just go study. I can give you some names. Okay. Everybody on podcast. T as in Tom, S as in Sam, L as in Larry, Y. We can give you another one. O as in Oscar, A as in Apple, R as in Robert, K as in Kevin. Go check out just those two if you want 25 to 45% annual returns from an ETF, which gives out dividends. That is your spot. That's why he mentioned Yield Max. Now, I will say also go check out some real estate investment trusts, ORC, ARR, because if you like 19, 18, 20, 21%, then I suggest you check those out. And depending on what they do tomorrow, which they should be doing a 0.25 increase, not a D. If they do a decrease tomorrow, oh, that would be bad. All right. Thank you for that, Victor Marrero. Consistency is the key, and it's very consistent that you need. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, when your net worth, look at this. Look at what happens when your net worth is below, let's just say $1 million. Everybody watching this is probably that net worth below 1 million, but that's all about to change in a couple of years because we have people here with assets that will rise in value just like the billionaires. And look at what's liquid, green liquid, primary residence. Now, see, I have a problem with primary residences. Generally, people have 30-year mortgages or 15-year mortgages. Rarely does anybody pay for a house cash. And by the way, does it really make sense to pay for the house cash? I'm just asking, because if you have to pay for a house at, let's say, well, we'll use an average, $400,000. You really going to use $400,000 to buy cash and use the Dave Ramsey series situation? I mean, seriously, you're just going to off $400,000. And then you're going to tell me, Eric, my house goes up in value. Yes, it will go up. But in the meantime, you have roughly, depending on what state you live in, you could have anywhere from $3,000 annually for real estate taxes up to $6,000, $7,000 annually. You're still going to have to pay, again, depending on what state you live in, you could have insurance premiums of $1,100 a year, or like some others, $5,000, $7,000, $8,000 a year. So once again, you're going to be paying $2,000. You've offed your $400K. It's not earning any money, and you still have bills to pay. Landscaping, HOA could be included. Meanwhile, if you were to put the $400K into something that even earns a measly 10%, JEPI, JEPI, JEPQ, you would have had $40,000 annually coming in. You wouldn't have cared if the insurance rates went up to 8,000, 9,000. I shouldn't say wouldn't care. You would be pissed, but it ain't like you're going to move. 7, 8 grand, 6 grand. Your real estate taxes go up to 4 or 5 grand because people were buying things, overpaying for homes. You wouldn't mind that so much, but if you had a damn mortgage on that 400,000, you wouldn't mind either, because you would be paying roughly $2,800 a month. But that 400,000 would still be liquid. That 400,000 could still be earning you, again, $40,000. Actually, be more than that, because JEPI is, well, it might be back to 10. But if you get JEPQ where you're at 10.5, well, then you'd be at 45. And then, of course, you guys, there's other ways. You could have gotten dividend funds that are over that, and you could have just said, well, I'll be conservative. Let me get AGNC or something like that at 14%. Now that's a whole nother ball game. Now you're going to be at $56,000 annually coming in. So I'm just saying, those are some options. But anyhow, you have to pay for this while you're working normally. Vehicles, this is not an asset. It's a travesty it's on here, but okay, it's net worth that we're talking about. And they're calling it assets. Cars go down in value unless I have a limited edition Lamborghini special deal or one of them high-end vehicles, right? Even Rolls Royces come down after damn near 6-7 years that people waste their monies on for these. Well, shall I say they lease them. Here's retirement pension. Yes, this is one of the assets, ladies and gentlemen. As you get closer toward the mill, more people hold. Notice this section here, retirement and pension money. Of course they do. But look at this right here. Look at these little blue slivers. Very fascinating when a person has hardly any net worth. Look at the dark blue, the little aqua blue, and then some lighter even blue than that. But notice down here, the dark blue, business. Are you telling me you could have been building businesses? Notice I use plural. And therefore, your net worth would have increased instead of buying all this other garbage. Now, home isn't garbage. Don't get it wrong, twisted. It's not entirely garbage, because we can use it. When the Federal Reserve cooperates, we can use it, ladies and gentlemen. So I just want to say, some of this, I might want to use some of this money that I'm spending for this stuff earlier. Businesses. I wonder what's next to businesses. The next little sliver, real estate. Now, notice primary residence is in this burnt brownish color. Don't know what to call it. Orange, maybe, but this is orange. But nonetheless, notice that is not here. That is not included in real estate. To get up to having 10 million net worth, you need real estate, you need businesses. Have you noticed a trend here, ladies and gentlemen? Have you noticed a trend? I hope you have, because that is the trend. Now, I want to move over to check something else out. Look at the stocks. Notice this bluish, light blue area here. Stocks, business. What do we talk about? Stocks, business, and real estate. Notice the trend line. Mutual funds, fine. Other assets, fine. But notice the homes and all that, nobody's trying to see anything about holding a home. They're looking at their businesses, their stocks, fixed incomes, managed assets, and real estate to pay for where they live, because these are more valuable. Business interest, real estate, more valuable. Stocks, equities, more valuable. Victor Morrell said it all. This is why everybody's all paying all eyes on the stock market tomorrow. So hopefully that helps out everybody that's here. Money Making Monday. This is how we do it. You don't have to pay somebody to be in some panda club. 5 grand, 10 grand, 30 grand. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let me get upset today. Come on. You guys might know who I'm talking about. They have a Money Making Monday, except not like ours. All right. Use that money. You could be putting into something that gives you 10, 12, 13, 14% without high risk. All right. 20% even. And we gave you Yield Max ETFs in case you're new here. Yield Max is just how it sounds. YIELD Max ETFs.com. I believe that's the website. Go check them out. Now, if you haven't gotten your stocks yet or a brokerage account used, you can use Webull. I prefer Webull, but they give you a few free shares for signing up and putting in 1 cent or more into your account. You'll get up to 12 or 15 shares depending on the promotion. Webull's down below. If you want to get one free stock and check out Robinhood, then the link for Robinhood is down below. If that's not what floats your boat and you want to use your online, then you can go to fidelity.com and open up a brokerage account. Oh, by the way, to buy stocks, it doesn't cost any fees like it's 1980 or something. No, you can actually not have to pay any fees when you buy shares of stock on a few of these platforms. You want to use Charles Schwab, so be it. You want to use E-Trade, so be it. Even if you want to go hang out with Chase, so be it. But get in on the stock market and get in on making your businesses. And when you do your businesses, make sure you try to accumulate several. You can buy your way into a business, right? So I'm going to go back to my favorite dude, Dave Ramsey, which is not my favorite guy. Go buy that home for $400,000, but somebody could have said, you're a shark. Somebody could have said, hey, you could have bought a business or became a partner in a business that's making profits for 120 grand, 150,000. Then you use those profits to pay for your house. Or somebody would have said, hey, buy this business for 200,000. It gives us a return of 50,000 a year. And now you have the business and you're making a profit. And now you can start implementing several other features that we have going on here. What are some of those features? Well, you might be almost under the self-employment rules. You might be able to talk your partnership or whoever into, hey, man, we got to start our own 401k. We can match whatever. Well, I shouldn't say whatever. We can match up to 20%. Let's just put it 20% to be safe. Check with your CPA and accountant. But 20% we can match because we're owners of the business. And because our wife and children help out, we can match theirs too. And we can put in a 401k. We can have write-offs for the business, write-offs for the employee. Win, win, win. Ding, ding, ding. And we can put more money in. Oh, yes, go see an accountant and CPA, and they will say, oh, my God, who's telling you this stuff for free? Come on now, ladies and gentlemen, get with the program. Get with the program, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're talking about here. But I want you to notice something. Look what starts shrinking as wealth starts increasing. And look what gets bigger on this side. You would be very happy if you were in this net worth 1 million, right? You'd be even happier if you were after 1 million because look at the business interest. Then look at what's next, real estate. This is where the sweet spot is. This puts you in the under 1 percentile category on the wealth scale. Isn't it funny? Shark members of Shark Tank, this is where they reside. This is what they're doing. Why do you think they have a Shark Tank? So they can get more business interest, so they can move down here, which is what they have done. Because some of those businesses, one business comes in 5 million a year. Another one did 20 million. Another one did 30 million. You're in 4 or 5 of these things. This is growing over here, your business interest. Then here we got managed assets. All right. That's a whole nother story. We are not going to get into that tonight. So I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that not sweet or what? I get excited talking about this type of stuff because this is the playbook. It's right there for you. But you know what? They got you on the other side of the ropes. They're sitting there telling you, hey, get a car loan, get credit cards, make sure you get in debt. Why should they be saying that? Because the banks win. They get to charge you 14%, 8%, 3%, 2%, whatever they want. They can always increase it. You increase the interest rate. And meanwhile, you can't use any of that debt money that you're paying. You can't go buy assets. So now I've been on the Dave Ramsey thing, but I got to give Dave Ramsey some credit on this. because he's always said get rid of the debt side. So I got to give him a little love and credit on that part, because credit cards, unless you're using those to buy assets, then to me, he's exactly right. You should not be getting assets that have no, they're just basically liabilities. You want to use credit, buy assets. Number one on the list. All right, let's keep moving. I went off on that tangent, but hopefully it was good for you. Make sure you have those pen, pads, and papers ready. Paul Castillo, he was hunting. I got back from Punta Cana today. I was able to see Larimar, Cruz, and Vista Cana in person. I'm really excited for all these projects, especially Larimar. The views from up there are amazing. See, Paul Castillo, after I saw the views last week, I was like, I got to go over to DR real quick. I got to go talk to these guys because I need to make a new deal. I got to make a deal. I told you guys we're making deals. All right. We're going to be in business. I got to be in business over there. So we got to make deals, especially after Larimar. I'm all in with Larimar, obviously. And I love Cruise on Land. Yes. I love all the top four that I'm talking about, the ones he mentioned too, Vista Cana, and the last one's Atlantida. But all those are special. They're special because they have amenities that no other projects can have. And so far, nobody's willing to pony up, like a couple $100 million to get land over there now, because in order to get 500 acres, 600 acres, 1,000 acres, you're going to have to spend damn near $100 million straight up just to get the land, at least the way things are going now, unless you're going to go down to Macau or something, or Michis or Pedernales. That's about it. Otherwise, you're screwed as far as a big time developer coming in. So those projects are going to be very special. So everybody that owns in those projects, in case you don't know what we're talking about, stay tuned. We're going to talk about that shortly, because you did see second on the list besides behind business interest, real estate. All right. I'm not going to assume anyone here will get to 1 billion, but wouldn't it be fun to try? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? We have a few people here. In fact, we have a man right here who's trying. He said, hold my beer. Let me get 5 or so units and maybe a 6, because when things go up from 2,000 a square meter to 3,000 a square meter, and when he buys it 1,000 a square meter, and things are now going to be at 4,000 a square meter, that means his real estate holdings went up 4 times whatever he bought it for. If you're already holding $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 worth of real estate, 4 times your number means $1.6 million in real assets. Why are they real assets? Because most of them are going to be rental properties. I think everybody would love 6 figures coming in annually. Would you? I would. I do. I love it. When I don't have to go out and work for it, that even makes it more the sweeter. That's all I can tell you. George's Charles. Paul, you saw Larimar and Cruz. Any photos? Tell us more. Can you see the ocean? Yes, George's Charles. He can see the ocean. It is for sure. From the Larimar Cliff, which actually isn't even elevated yet. That's what makes things so spectacular. This is why people are losing their mind. After they made it cleared over the last 3 weeks, where you can actually go out to the cliff. Before, you had to hike through some woods, do all kind of crazy things. And now all of a sudden, it's probably been a month, actually, time flies. But now people are standing out there and they're just like, it's a clear day. And they're like, man, I can see the water from here. And I was begging the drone footage when he did a turn at the end of the drone footage video that we showed like 7-8 months ago. I was like, wait, can I see the water from there? But everybody showed pictures. And because a camera, when it has white behind it, the clouds, it would kind of muddy the lens or muddy the photo. So you couldn't, I was kept asking everybody. Jawway J said, I can see the cliff. Paul Castillo says, I can see the cliff. George's Charles, yes, you definitely could see the ocean from Larimar. That's correct. I did took pictures and video for all 3 projects. I can provide pics and videos for you guys. Just let me know how. Well, you know how, my man. Support at stopstrugglingnow.com. Support at stopstrugglingnow.com. We'll be rolling tape in about 30 minutes because we love that. We love that. Thank you. All right. I could provide pics and videos for you guys. Just let me know how. That's how, man. That's how. There's another way too, but you would have to have that icon next to your name, because then you can come on screen and share your screen. but it's okay. I'll handle it for you. All right, Paul Castillo, you're still hunting. Did you go out to Macau, though, where Macau Hills possibly could be? Let me know if you went out there, even though I don't even know if there's a path out to where it is. But let me know what you think about that, because I know you've been hunting, but don't hunt for too long, because as you know, or maybe you don't know because you might have came in late. Larimar literally has like 10 units left that you can buy in Tower 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, Tower 2 sold out, but 1, 3, and 4, there's only 10 units left, and they are like 1 bedrooms, and there's only like 2. Well, I got to change things up. There's like 4 2-bedroom units, but it's the ones that they combined the 2 1-bedroom units to make them 2 bedrooms. Well, let's call it what it is. Those are 185,000. They have other 2 bedrooms. Those are up to 154, I believe it was. And prices go up in less than 14 days from now, October 1st. Larimar prices go up 2.5%. So if you have not got in touch with Gwen, get in touch with Gwen right now. They have not released the Blue Breeze. I don't know what they're waiting for, but I think there's excitement because there's going to be some more surprises. And I think it's because they want to sell out Tower 1, 3, 4. Horizon View is still there. Their prices are going to go up 2.5% for their larger units, for the beach club that's going to be in front of their place. Unbelievable. And whatever they're going to do with Horizon 2, when that comes out, it's going to be more spectacular because they're going to have their own fitness center, their own cafe, restaurant, bar inside. That's whole special. Is that worth paying an extra 50, 60K? 233,000, 235,000? I think it could be 1,100 square feet. Could be. In fact, it is. It's Horizon. You could be on the 2nd floor and you get to see the ocean because there won't be a hotel in front of you. In the prime tower buildings, there will be. Ariam Kaye's in the house. The big dog is here. That's right. He holds the record, ladies and gentlemen. Not just 5 properties, 6, hunting for a 7th and 8th and 9th. He said, you know what, Eric? I'm taking this business interest to a whole nother level. I'm treating each one of my properties as a business. So therefore, I'm in business with 8 different businesses. I love it. That's one way you can do it. I love that aspect that you're doing. Best live on YouTube and host, my boy Eric B. Thank you so much. I humbly appreciate that. Let's make money. Let's talk investment. We've been talking money. We've been talking investment because one thing only. It's Money Making Monday, SSN Nation style, where we want you to use your money. Do you need any credit for Larimar Cruise on Land to get in? No. Do you need any credit for any pre-construction property? It can be in Miami. No. Now, once you make your monthly payments before delivery at 0% interest, or in the case of Miami, where they say, hey, just send us 10% every 6 months, because why? Some of their properties are $400,000 or $500,000, $600,000. So they make it a little easier for you. Instead of sending monthly payments, you can send every 6 months when we meet these benchmarks. Once we get up to level 7, or 6 months later, 10%. So they get you to 50% basically, but they have these benchmarks, right? Which makes it kind of nice. Yes, they have 800,000, $1 million condo approved Airbnb in Brickell, lofty Brickell, by the way. Go see Sophia. That's right, Sophia at loftybrickell.com. Awesome realtor, very nice person. All right, just saying. Go see her. Let her know Eric at SSN Nation sent you. All right, Vanessa Comagate, Seamless Genius. That's right, boss. It's free. 0.99 over here. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate, the Seamless Genius, the one that created the Airbnb of malls. She's pulling it off, ladies and gentlemen, over a year. Are we at a year? I think we're pretty close to a year. Yes, we are. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, yes. She started about last year, started the end of last quarter. So yes, October would be the last quarter. So the experiment is complete. The people that did her spot, her kiosk spot, has been there for a year. They signed on, which means it's a winner. But what did she have to do, ladies and gentlemen? She had to figure out which mall, with the malls seemingly going out of business. How do you pick a mall where you can actually put a kiosk that you know people would be successful, and you could be sitting at home drinking your pina coladas or buying and creating additional businesses while she still gets passive income coming in. Now, can we duplicate it? I'm pretty sure she's been scouting, making sure she picks another location that's going to be perfect for whatever she's doing, like an entrepreneur would. Because every time you do open another business, it is a little risk, but you can minimize your risk if somebody else is paying for it. Very smart. That's why she's the seamless genius, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're talking about. All right. Brian P is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name. I thank you so much for that, Brian P. And he brings his tagline. Hello, Eric. I hope all is well with you. Yes, it is. Thank you so much. And hello, SSN family. That is correct. SSN family. He says, I got the notification and video. Smash that like button. Exactly. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. That would be greatly appreciated. And oh, by the way, please join us November 6th, 7th, 8th in the Dominican Republic. Some of us will be coming in on the 5th. Some of us will be coming in on the 4th. Some of us will already be there for a week, because we have business to handle down there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you haven't seen the Dominican Republic Weekly, episode 4 is coming out later this evening, because, oh my goodness, you guys who own it Larimar, you guys who own it Cruise on Land, you guys who own it Vista Cana, you guys who own it Cap Cana, you guys who own it Oceana, you guys who own it Atlantida, all you guys who own it projects that have amenities, and one of those amenities is a wellness spa type atmosphere. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Don't miss the Dominican Republic Weekly. You'll be very, very happy, because I will say it now. If they turn this into a wellness situation, which Cap Cana has done, which Casa de Campo has done, La Romana has done, you start turning it into the destination of the rich and famous for wellness centers, spas, and hot springs and cold springs and whatever else, that turns into a whole nother thing where mud baths cost $1,000. You know what I'm saying? If they start saying this is a wellness location, now you have even bigger big dogs being like, okay, I'll pay $1,000 per night. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I got the notification. Smash that like button. I'll say it twice. And thank you so much. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. If you'd like to become a member, click on that $sign. That'd be greatly appreciated. That'd be the financial support of the channel. Now, heard what I said? Dominican Republic meet and greet and fun and games. And what are we going to be doing over there? It's going to be a little of fun and games. Very little. We're going to be meeting with number 2 on the list of net worth individuals. They have real estate that pays them. We're going to be over there checking out these exact same projects that Paul Castillo was talking about. We're going to have the master brokers right with us having a meeting. They're going to talk to us about the virtues of these projects and properties within these big time projects. And there's going to be some surprises, I'm sure. We're even going to have Johan Confidante, the preeminent lawyer in the DR, in the house. He'll be there. And you guys know all the guys. Nestor, he's been on here live. He'll be there. Gwen, he'll be there. You know all these guys. Mr. Estacio is going to be coming through. You know all these. Gennaro from Larimar's coming through. And there'll be a few more people coming through, because we want to have a chat with these guys. You want to know these gentlemen. Why? Because you could do things like this. Johan, I need to start a business over there. Can you help me out? Do you know anybody that's selling something, or where I can get something? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Or Nestor, or any other realtor that'll be coming in the house. We may have one more. But nonetheless, you know the guys. They'll be in the house. We'll be talking to them face to face. They'll give us some info. And, of course, we'll get some other information from people around the area. Now, let's talk about it. Okay, Curtis Davis is in the house. Thank you so much for being here on this Money Making Monday live stream. He has the icon next to his name. And he brings his tagline, good evening, SSN family, always be making money. That's the only way we can do that is getting our business interests, getting up the business at hand of real estate, getting up some of this other items such as, what's this here? Stocks. I think we have to have equities in case people give you the other name. They say, hey, do you have any equities? They're actually talking about stocks, just so you know. All right. What about fixed income investments, that passive income coming in? Okay, right. Look at this. No problem. See, before you get to the 100 mil, look at what people's doing when they are after the mill. But notice this chunk just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I love it. This is for illustrative purposes. And the second big chunk is here when you're up here in the upper tier. Look at this. These are the top two things. Oh, that's right. We've been talking about that for 5 years, these top two things and ways to do it, right? Okay. I'm just saying this is what we're doing. Mutual funds and, of course, other assets that we're talking about, like starting your own businesses and then putting a twist on it. And we'll get into that another day. But here we go. Curtis Davis, by the way, he's known as Mr. Financial in these YouTube streets here. And Mr. Financial has branched out on his own, so we have to show some love. He has his channel here on YouTube, helping people just like we do here. He's part of the SSN Nation. Show some love by going over to his channel. And it's called Chili Davis. Chilly, Chili Davis. Subscribe. Click the all notification bell, watch a few videos, make sure you have that notification bell because, you know, they like to hide that information from everybody. He's dropping information throughout the day, evening, and night. You never know when it's coming because information for financial news and updates comes all day and night. You do understand something happened in China can affect us in the United States. Something that happens in Europe can affect what happens to us in the United States. United States, for instance, has a little problem. If China reduces their interest rate and Europe, the EU zone, reduces their interest rates, we have a problem. So you have to understand there's certain things that move around and you have to understand where we sit. So he helps out. So go show some love at his channel. Good evening, SSN family. Always be making money, assets and stocks. There we go. What can we say? Brian P says TSLY. Paid dividends today. It's the 18th, right? There it is. Like clockwork. Making money while we sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, TSLY. I believe that's around 30%, right? Or was it 45% annually? Go check out yieldmaxetf.com. You will go see for yourself. He's just mentioning it again. This is while he's sleeping, while he's on the clock, while he's playing around on the weekend. He doesn't have to worry. Brian P, yes, sir. TSLY paid today like a clock. Doing the salsa dance. Exactly. Raise the roof is what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody, I shouldn't say nobody. A lot of people talk about TSLY. I came Johnny come lately to me, but Victor Marrero, Brian P, they were already on top of it, and a few other people were already on top of it. But hey, better late than never when somebody's giving you over 20% returns. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Do you understand what $1,000? It might seem small, but over the course of a year, if you can put in $1,000 and they're giving you 30% return or 25% return, that's $250 for every $1,000. So if you start thinking in your head, wow, how can I get to 100,000 to have $2,000 a month kicking in? That would be your money. If you had $100,000 put it into these, one could be earning 25%. One could be earning 40%, 100,000, 40 grand. Now you understand why the billionaires get to stay way ahead of you because they're just sitting there going, hey, man, just throw a couple million over here or 10 million. It doesn't really matter. 10 million for a billionaire is not that much. Throw 10 billion over there, 10 million, sorry. And they're getting 4 million annually on their money after they dumped it a year ago in there. And they haven't had to do anything else other than just say, just reinvest it. After 1 year, they have 14 million in there. And then that 14 million is still earning 40%. So in 2 years, they're going to have $20 million. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? You think that's cool? I do. That's why they're way ahead of us. That's why Victor Morel's talking to salsa dance. He's retiring. He's sitting there enjoying all of this. So is Brian P. And I'm sure somebody else has TSLY as well. Paul, Georges Charles has PSLY. Paul, please send the pics and videos so Eric can show it. Can you send to Eric now? Exactly. Let me go. No, he has. Sometimes, though, they might be bigger than 25 megabytes. So if you have them on your phone, send it. If you have an Android, send it so it's a link. So then I can open it up and download it from the cloud. Something to think about. Vanessa Comagate. Yes, boss, it's been over a year. We celebrated last month. There you go. Exactly. It's been over a year. Congratulations, Vanessa Comagate. 12,000 added to my income for the year. This is what we're talking about. She's passively earning this, ladies and gentlemen. What we've been talking about. What was it? Passive income was 2022. This year, buy a house. But actually, we haven't been able to yet. Buy a house means it could be buy pre-construction as well. Either way, get an asset, because after these interest rates go up, shall I say go down, we got problems. Everybody. Paul Castillo, Eric, I did go to Macau Hills for a buggy excursion. Beach is amazing. Yeah, it's a little bit rough for me, but all right. All I could tell you is a little bit of the ride to get there, but it does have potential. Buggy rides, beach, Cave Lagoon are great. Yes, I know which one you're talking about, the cenote that they have out there. The buggy rides, that's one of their stops. They go to the beach stops. Yeah, I'm familiar with that excursion. You know what's funny that you mentioned that? 1 million people go out there to the exact same buggy ride excursions you went to. 1 million people annually. Can you believe that? That's incredible. There's other excursion places in Punta Cana area, but they have 1 million. I'm like, hold up. What we got to make a deal, right? We got deals to be had. These guys have people going out there 1 million a year. You break that down over 12 months. We got 100,000 people. All right? Just think about that. We got 100,000 people potentially coming out there. And next year it will be $100,000 people out there every month. 25,000 people using their services. That's incredible when you start breaking this down. They don't have enough buggies. They don't have enough area. Now you understand why Cruise on Land says, we're going to have buggy rides at our place, and we'll do you one better. We're going to have go-kart rides at our spot too. Ha ha, we got you, right? Think about it. There's plenty of room for it because there's buggy rides at 3 other locations that I know of in Punta Cana that has these excursions. So there's plenty of business to be had there. You just got to go over there and check things out. Put your stake in the ground early. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. And what I'm going to do here is, yes, I'm dancing as well, says Brian P. I know. Brian P. What's very exciting, I got to tell you guys something, because this is a live stream. We do the damn thing here. Brian P. asked, what was it, Brian P.? I think it was like 2.5, 3 months ago, maybe 2.5 months. I can't really remember because time flies. But he asked, Eric, I have a lump sum. What should I do with it? Should I buy real estate or should I put it into something? Well, Victor Morel chimed in and said, hey, check out, I'm doing this option thing and check out these things. And I don't know how it all came up, but it was better for him to put some of the chunk into this 30, 40, 50% type vehicle because it's thousands of dollars. So you can imagine if somebody puts $10,000 into stocks, that stock is earning, let's say, well, at one point it was over 50%. That $5,000 a year means $4,250 annually, right? So the question starts to be, if you put 20,000 in, does that mean that's $700 a month? Which now means you can put a down payment on pre-construction real estate revenue from that stock, that dividend, that ETF, and pay for your condo like the big boys do. All right. So he opted for plan B and is doing the damn thing. I know he's dancing. I'm buying more stock. He's buying more stocks, him and Victor Morero and everybody else by default. All they have to do is hit the reinvest button, and that 40% just keeps churning and churning and churning if they don't need it. It just keeps churning and actually growing even better because it's that 40%, that 4,200 just bought stocks that are, I think those stocks are, some of them were like $15, $16, $9. So you can imagine $400 per month gives you 40 more shares. Those 40 shares give 83 cents. I don't know what they gave today, but let's just say it was 83 cents like they have been doing, or 56. It doesn't matter. That's an extra $20 to $30 every month on top. So it's 30. And then the next month it's 30 plus another 30. So now it's 60. But now that 60 is earning, let's just say 80 cents a share. So now we're up to 48. You understand what I'm saying? It starts snowballing rapidly when you're getting 25, 30, 40, 50% return. And that's why, again, the billionaires, that's why they're going to roast us, always roast us, because we can't catch them as ordinary citizens because you are not able to put in $100 million or $10 million into assets that you can earn 30, 40, 50%. That's why they stay well ahead of everybody else. Victor Morero, Brian P., Auntie Val, calling early night, fam. Catch you all Wednesday. Thank you so much, Professor, for being here. And once again, go over to Beachfront Java. We promote our people here. That's what we do. So if you have a business, we'll always give you a shout out. And Beachfront Java, and use promo code SSN Lifestyle. Once again, there's a reason, because you want 10% off for life every time you order. We'll use the promo code every time you order, SSN Lifestyle. The first time you use it, you will not get 10% off. You have to pay normal prices because you're a newbie. It's all right. Everybody's a newbie. But after you do that one time, for the rest of the orders, because you will order, they're 5-star premium blend coffees, Keurig also. And now we're going to have tea, and she has seasonal coffees to boot. So go check them out. I don't even know what they are, but go check them out. Use the SSN Lifestyle promo code, beachfrontjava.com. Everybody in the chat room tonight, you won't see this after tonight because I started spelling it wrong. Java.com. There we go. Use promo code SSN Lifestyle. So we'll see you. Good night. Thank you so much for being here. All right, here we go. Auntie Val, have a good one, sis, from Vanessa Comagate. All right. My Dominican friend did Nicki Minaj hair over the weekend. I must chat with her for biz in the DR stat. Hey, you got that right. You got an expansion on your business automatically, the way I see it, for the Emporium, the Beauty Emporium. That's what I see. An instant in. And it doesn't even have to be with the Nicki Minaj crowd. It could just be she's Dominican and she knows other hairdressers, hairstylists who are sitting there thinking, or we can employ your original plan, right? Because I've always thought it was fascinating that you could actually own a building. You can actually put some seats or chairs in there, charge people to run their business in a chair, and then buy their own supplies, but pay me rent. I found that fascinating. I always wanted a salon, but then I understand there's competition. And so I didn't really want to be in the salon business. I just want the money from the salon business. That's all I can tell you. Auntie Val. All right. Thank you and congratulations on your anniversary. Exactly. Vanessa Comagate's anniversary. She's doing the damn thing. All right. Here's what I'm going to do, because I may not understand what Larimar's doing. So what I'm going to do here is a couple of things. I'm going to play a video. This is on the cliff. horizon where you can see the water. So what he did was he zoomed, and that's when a big smile on my face, because on a clear day, imagine at Larimar sitting at the beach club. Now, this level that I'm talking about is the level maybe 3-4 feet higher after they put cement in and put in some holdings. But nonetheless, if I can see it from this level, imagine when you're another 150 feet up. I'm just saying, because automatically you're going to be up another 30 feet before they're 20 feet, I think. 20 feet probably somewhere there. No, maybe even higher. Maybe even 30 feet before they even put in the foundations for the towers. And then what's going to be the distance between each floor? Are the ceilings going to be 8 feet? So the floors are 10 feet, or is the ceilings going to be 9 or 10 feet? So now the floors are 12 feet high. So if they're 12 feet before from floor to floor, now all of a sudden 5 floors is 6 floors, and 7 floors is 84 more feet high. So you're already now going to be another 100 feet high on the 8th floor, which is incredible. You'll be over 200 feet above sea level, and you could already see from here. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this is going to be about a minute in. So check this out.
Cuando está con electricidad se prende. Ahí tiene una y después me va cogiendo.
Te enfoco a ti, cuando tú termines, hago esto y vuelvo a ti para que
¿Dónde yo
te
te tenía que hacer?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see it there, which is pretty awesome, right? Not bad. Not bad. That's on a clear day. Again, until you're there, you probably don't get the idea of what it really is, but the camera can only go out so far. But everybody, like even my man Paul Castillo said today, he's like, we're good. He's saying we're good. So I believe him. I believe everybody. Everybody keeps saying when it's on a clear day, it's like you definitely can see it. Danny Melky, part of the development team, he said, yeah, you can see it. It looks just like in the picture behind him. I was like, oh, that's perfect. And now we have confirmation, straight up confirmation, and I love it. So that's the best we can do, because I haven't received anything from Paul Castillo at support@stopstrugglingnow.com, because he could send it on his phone. I think if you had Apple as well, it can be in the cloud. You just send the video link to the video, and then that way I can watch it. And then I can download it, actually. And then we can put it in the mix and talk about it here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, once again, smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell, because we want to be close to the billionaires and what they do as possible. All you have to do is mimic people. 1% are not part of the billionaire class, multimillionaire class. So therefore, the discussions on what they should be buying is generally not at the dinner table. The discussions are, what did you buy this past weekend after your paycheck? And it's usually liabilities or nothing of value. And by the way, let's just get some things straight. All right. So when you go out here and you're thinking, okay, clothes, shoes, cars, those generally aren't, they're liabilities. They go down in value. So you threw your money away. All right. You go out here and buy jewelry. Okay. You bought your jewelry directly from, you went down to the mall or a store on the street. The markup is extraordinary. All right. By the way, okay, guys, I've done a lot of things in my life and sometimes I forget. By the way, if you want to get serious about, you're thinking about getting diamonds or any jewelry, then you want to buy it at the appropriate price, right? So you go to like Tucson when they have their gems and stones event. That's for one place. Or if you're in LA or on the West Coast, San Francisco, you go to the Diamond Mart directly. So the guys are laughing because you got to have your wholesale license. All right. Got to have your wholesale license. But you get in, then go hunt down diamonds, and then you will change your perspective on when you go to a store and buy diamonds, because then you're going to be looking at them going, you're trying to sell me this little thing for $25,000? Seriously? You're going to start being offended. You're going to try and sell me this for 45 grand? Seriously? Now you know how much they pay for it. You're going to be sitting there going, Jesus, I was just there and at the Diamond Mart, and the guy showed me the damn same size, and I could have bought that thing as a stone for 5 grand, 4 grand, but here I am in a store because it's in a setting in the store. They want 35. Yeah. Then you start thinking differently. That makes more sense to buy then because you bought it at a near wholesale level or even a wholesale level. But those are some of the tips, ladies and gentlemen, when you want some of those pretty things on your fingers, ears, and wherever else, go get them directly. Don't buy them on the open market. All right. They're not really assets in the long run, because if you buy on the open market, you overpaid. So when you bring them back and say, hey, I bought this from you for 40 grand a year or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 back, I bought it for 40 grand, but I think I can at least get 40 grand back, right? No, hold on now. Hold up. Hold on now. Because see, he knows what you would know if you went to the Diamond Mart. You would know that you overpaid by quite a lot. He's not going to be trying to buy it back for the same price he even gave it to you for, even 5 to 10 years later. Just keep that in mind. All right. I'm giving you guys a little tidbits along the way. So when people say, hey, Eric, how did you do this? How did you do that? These are the things when people would say, now I've bought a few diamonds in my life, but they're not for me. All right. As you guys notice, I rarely wear jewelry at all. That's not really my thing. It feels weird on me. So I rarely wear jewelry. I'll wear a watch though, because that's wrapped, but jewelry is another animal in itself. But that's just me. People like jewelry and they like to overpay for them. All these rappers out here buying jewelry, and then after they have a decline because you have a beginning, a middle, and an end, or you have a downside because you can't make hits all the time. That's not the way it is. So they don't have the same revenues coming in after they bought all this stuff, but their liabilities go up. And then they're like, hey, man, I bought this stuff for $150,000, $200,000. How much are you going to give back to me? And they're just like, hey, your initials are on there. What do you mean, why am I going to give back to you? You then added some things too. I'm sorry. That thing's worth like 50 to 60% less now, because who's going to want to buy it with your stuff on there? That's how it goes. So all that stuff is worth less. And then they don't realize, damn, they could have bought apartment buildings for $250,000, $300,000, right? That's the key right there. But these guys are getting smarter. They're getting smarter. All right, here we go. That's what we do here. Brian P says, hey, Eric, have you checked out the stock Rex shares? ETF? No. In fact, I have not. Brian P dropping gems again. Okay, let's go see what he's talking about. Rex shares ETF. No, 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 no. Nope. Rex shares single stock ETFs coming soon, but it appears that they already exist. No, no, it says coming soon. It seems like there's some mention of a Rex ETF list. What does Rex shares do? Oh, risk of leverage be very, very interesting. Creates and delivers intelligent engineers, exchange traded products, ETFs. No. So Rex shares, building permits, housing starts. Oh, Wednesday, Fed rate decision. What do you guys think the Feds are going to do? Let me know. What do you think? I'm going to tell you what they need to do, though. They need to increase. It would have been did 0.5 like 2, 3 months back or 8 months back, whatever. But they'll pussyfoot around and do 0.25. They don't want to upset the apple cart too much. And then, like I said, at December, I think it's coming down. And if it's not December, it'll be January. I'll be shocked if they don't, because they can't hold the reins. We were doing so good, ladies and gentlemen, for the night. I thought we had it all fixed up a little bit, but hey, things happen because, I still haven't figured out why it keeps happening. Well, I kind of think I do. It has to do with the Wi-Fi that I'm connected to, and it can't connect directly at the moment. So all that'll change next week. So hopefully we'll be back in the lab properly. All right. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Real quick. All right. So we got to get this back on because I got Rex shares, REX shares, ETFs coming soon. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, wait, that is it. Oh, it's coming soon. So you're gonna have to tell us a little bit about these Rex shares. It says it's not ready. They're doing leverage and they're doing inverse. That's interesting. Single stock ETFs. That's very interesting. But if it's single stock, then why would I pay you a fee when I can buy the stock myself? That kind of doesn't make sense. Maybe they have a different twist on this. Unless they're shorting them, that would be different. So I'm not going to complain about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. Once again, if Paul Castillo is here, let me know. Eric, you're freezing up. Exactly, man. I noticed when I get cut off, that's when that's basically the sign that says, hey, you are getting erased temporarily. But hey, the show must go on. So thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. And please smash the like button. And if you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell and don't miss our Wednesday night at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live stream where members with the icons are the only ones that can be in the chat room. Now, you know what that means. It's almost an hour. We're over an hour. So that means it's time for SSN Lifestyle promo of some sort because we have the SSN Lifestyle, SSN Nation combo real estate hunting November 6th, 7th, leaving out on the 8th, I should add. Or if you're hanging a little later, then hey, you'll be there. But 6th and 7th, a lot of activity. The 8th, a little bit of activity in the morning, but flights are all over the map. It's weird. Sometimes some people, depending on what side of the country you're on, would have to leave a day early. to get there on the 6th. It's crazy how they have it. So hopefully this open skies agreement gets signed by the Dominican Republic government. They get that agreement together. They had to modify it. That open skies agreement means more airlines would be flying in at cheaper rates. They signed it, what was it, May or June? So it didn't come to fruition just yet. But when it does, there'll be more flights. And rates should actually be, can we argue with 350 round trip, 275 round trip, anything like that? I don't think so. That'd be awesome. And if they do what the next lever was, allow United States citizens to use their ID instead of passports, oh, that would change things dramatically. Dramatically. If you thought 54% of their tourism came from the United States, wait till people are like, wait a minute, I can really on the whole Eastern board. Can you imagine $275, $250 round trip? If you're in the Midwest, maybe $350, $325, that'd be a little more reasonable, right? And then, of course, some people have miles, some people have special deals, because I just found out Delta has now a quarterly pass as well, which makes it very interesting. United starting to have a pass. I mean, all these guys are like, well, we have all these seats because the way they operate. They charge you more money the closer the date comes. So, of course, people aren't wanting to pay $600, $800 round trip for flights. So they're saying, well, why are we running around with 15 to 20 empty seats when all we have to do is give up 10 to 15 seats to these pass holders, and we'll keep it limited to 15 seats for each flight? Now we have the pass money up front. If you're listening, my old boss, money up front, my old boss at Crystal Waters, remember? Money up front. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, guys. It's an inside thing. Money up front. And then we don't have to worry about later. We have money coming in that we didn't have to pay for because people are buying passes and they haven't even traveled yet. So it's a win-win for the airlines, and people are starting to soak it up. All right. And I can't blame them, because there's always going to be flights in the last 72-hour period because of their model. It would be different if airlines was almost like reversed, right? Where they kind of kept the prices the same throughout. Then it would be a little different, because then people wouldn't be worrying about, well, I can't leave today. I can't leave in 3 days because it's $700 round trip. If I leave in 7 or 8 or 10 days, it's freaking $225, So that's what it is. Now they're handling business the right way. Now, can we take away their subsidies so the taxpayers don't have to pay for their profits, or shall I say losses? All right, that's a whole nother ball game. We'll talk about that on another day. But once again, let's see who else is in the house. Okay, Eric, you were freezing. I just heard about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, they haven't come out yet, but it looks like they're doing inverse, which would indicate shorting. That means they're leveraging. That means you have to be very, very careful. We don't want to do any leveraging. Not at all right now. Not like that anyhow, because you don't know what's going to happen over the next 6 months. You kind of know, but if you're going to try to bet on the stock market losing, if that's the leverage you're talking about, I wouldn't go that route, because they're going to reduce interest rates and everything's going to pop, because that means in about 3 months time, they'll reduce the interest rate twice, because they'll do it the first quarter and then maybe even a month or two later and again, and then 2 months after that again. So you might be looking at 3 rate cuts in a matter of less than 6 months, and that could drop it down a whole percentage point. That changes the whole ball games, because people are thinking it's going down, and now what's happening? People going out buying, charging, doing all kind of stuff. So I don't know what they're leveraging, but whenever they do inverse, they use that word inverse. I'm thinking they're going down instead of up. And I'm not betting against the Fed ever in this day and age. If this was 1935 or something, yeah, okay, we could. But they've honed their skills a whole lot better now, and they know how to manipulate the market a whole lot better. So I wouldn't bet against them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 8 billionaires own as much wealth as 50% of the population. What does that mean to you? Buy assets. I've illustrated on a chart earlier. Social media, some people would say, I am not adept at social media. I understand that. So you need some help. Go down below in the description box. And then what do? You look at Fiverr. You want to make a YouTube channel and thumbnail and all that? Go to Canva. They're free. You can always upgrade to a paid version, but you can start for free, right? Fiverr, you actually have people that can help you get an intro. That's where I get my intros from. There'll be a new intro coming out. That's where it's going to come from. Fiverr. Somebody on Fiverr is going to make an intro for me. All right. That's how simple this is. It's worth it. Why? Unless you're adept at editing and creating, then you could do it. But I'm just going to go to Fiverr. Canva, you can create your thumbnails at Canva, or you can have TubeBuddy, which the links are all down below. TubeBuddy's at the very bottom. They have a free version as well. You can pay to upgrade. But if you're on YouTube or any other social media, it helps you out. And you can get your titles, and it helps you with a lot of things that they talk about getting viewers. So you go there. That's an asset. You're gaining knowledge. What's in your head is an asset. Or knowing where to go get it made and created is an asset. That's very helpful. So use what you have at your disposal. Some of you say, Eric, I don't have money to spend. That's fine. There's all the social media is free. All right. So that's easy enough. If you can create something in Microsoft, you can create videos in Microsoft, no cost. You can do Google, no cost. You can do a lot of things these days on your phone. You can go get InShot for videos and edit videos before you upload them, and you can adapt them to many different platforms for social media. So this is how a lot of people are able to, they have staff, they have people, just like I probably should do this. I have videos where I'm talking. I could have somebody recreate shorts for me, recreate 30-second or 15-second videos that you see all the gurus doing. I should probably start doing that. I have over 1,000 videos. So why not, right? So, but again, I might have to hire somebody to do that. I'm not going to be able to sit around all day editing. I mean, I could, but I'm not. All right. That would be kind of crazy. So I keep getting people hitting me up saying, hey, do you want to get in business? I'll do stuff for you. Okay, maybe I will. For the new, we're going to start 5 years to 6. So now's the time. We'll change things up, right? Not a problem with that. Now, once again, if anybody's interested, Fiverr, Canva, I'm running on StreamYard. You can go check out StreamYard as well because you are an asset yourself. You can do live streams on several different platforms. They have a free version. You can go to 2 platforms. And then if you pay, you can go to 3 or 4 or 5. And so you can be out here in these internet streets on social media. You can be on LinkedIn. You can be on Instagram. You can be on YouTube. You can be on Twitch. You can be on Facebook. Like right now, you people are seeing me on different platforms. Not everybody is on YouTube, right? So think about that. You can be on many different platforms. So that gives you another way to do it. Think about TikTok. Go pay attention. They have people doing live streams selling their wares on live stream. That's right. They have their own shops and they're showing, like I came across wigs. People are just trying on wigs. The woman's talking, saying, see down below as you can order. And they're explaining and they just keep going. Wigs, wigs. Other people, clothes. All kind of different ways of just doing live streams and selling. On TikTok, that's easy. Instagram, you can do it as well. Several different locations. You are a mogul now. Making it a little easier for you. But again, that's hand-to-hand combat. Can you get it to where it's going to be passive or nearly passive, where you don't have to do it yourself? That's where the real genius comes in, right? So you can be off doing whatever you want to do, or half a day's worth of work is better than a 16-hour day's worth of work, or a 12 or an 8, right? Now, if you enjoy what you're doing, you're always going to work longer. Just natural. So once again, smash the like button. And if you like what I'm talking about, please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and make sure you share the videos. A lot of people share the videos. Now, we have a lot of people in the house who have purchased real estate. I haven't received any link from Paul Castillo. In fact, you know what's very interesting? I think I have. No, maybe I don't. I was going to say, I think if Paul Castillo has already left the building, I might have had his email. I think I do. So I can hit him up. I think I do. I'll have to double check. But what we're going to do is we'll do a little promo right here. SSN Lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Please join us. If you're into real estate, you are welcome to join us. We'll have a link to where you can buy some sort of tickets. The price will not be outrageous. This is the no guru zone. It's not going to be something like $2,000, $1,500, $1,000, $500, nothing like that. Just a little bit expense, because I plan on having a shuttle, somebody driving us to certain destinations so we can go up there and see some real estate. I have some other things. We're going to have meetings for SSN Lifestyle members, meetings where they can get in. So we'll have it, separate things going on. But nonetheless, hopefully a few of you will come. I don't anticipate 50 to 100 people to be there, but just a small contingent of people. 10's enough, 5's enough. It doesn't really matter, whoever can come, but it'll be November 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. But you want to arrive probably on the 5th, or if you could, morning or early afternoon on the 6th, because starting on the 6th and the 7th, we're going to be going around. We're going to Macau. We're going to find out. Just like Paul Castillo went, we're going out there. All right. We're going to Macau Beach. We're going a little past there to go find out what's on that path past, to go see where Sandals is built. We're going to go see Lopasan and places. We're going to go find out how the lay of the land is out here in the middle of nowhere. We're going to go out to Verone, find out how the lay of the land is way out there as well. We're not stopping just at Cruise on Land. We're looking, we're hunting, right? We're looking for somebody selling a lot out there. I am. Maybe other people are too, because I want a storage unit out there where there's going to be 20 to 30,000 people. Between Cruise on Land and Larimar, there's going to be 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people. Never mind people that's coming out there anyhow, and never mind who's going to live around there. So I need a storage unit. And I need a good price, but it's going to be harder to find, because I'm pretty sure all the people there now know projects are coming. Prices are going up. But I got to start expanding out to even maybe Macau, if it's still possible, past there. But who cares? When people need storage, they don't mind driving 5 miles, 7 miles. They don't mind, especially if you give them great rates. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be hunting for certain other things. All right. And other people might be hunting for it as well. All right. QQQY. Here we go. Heard of QQQY. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's go QQQY Invesco. Okay. What's Invesco doing with QQQY? $370. Trust Series 1. No talk. This is why the NASDAQ advance has halted QQQ. That's interesting. Chat GPT stock picks make a comeback. Tesla leads while Nike struggles. QQQ trust, but QQQY. I don't have a QQQY. It's not coming up. So let us know about QQQY. I don't know about that one. It doesn't come up on Google. So that's very, very interesting. So that means another study assignment. This is how the wealthy get wealthier. If you know something's giving you 25%, 35%. In fact, let me do this because we talked about YieldMax and I didn't even show ETFs. I believe it's ETFs.com, YieldMaxETFs.com. Let's see if I'm right. I didn't even show YieldMax ETF early on because this is part of the stocks. And think about investing in, and don't just limit yourself to other businesses you may acquire. Don't limit yourself to thinking that it can't be done. Everything that you're thinking of can be done. Don't let anybody tell you any differently. For the motivational crowd out here, don't let anybody tell you. Just like right now, when I'm sitting here saying for months, I want a storage unit in the DR. So far, the returns have been, people have just said outrageous cost to acquire the land. That's understandable because of what's happening. But there's always somebody who's in duress. If you keep looking long enough, you will find it. You just have to be patient. All right. You don't have to overpay, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep that in mind. Okay. So Mr. Financial is saying something about the new ETF. That's what he's saying. New options ETF. Is that from YieldMax? Allows some options, QQQY. Is that going to be with YieldMax? We're going to find out. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Can you believe this? 50 freaking percent, 47%, 30%. Is this for real? You know what? Come over here to YieldMaxETFs.com, click on disclosures, go study that. Then click on, when you hit disclosures, they'll have ORAK and Tesla. They'll tell you what funds they have. They'll let you know more information. They'll even tell you when they're going to distribute their dividends. They'll give you the history of the dividends because they vary: $1, 83 cents, 50 cents, 36 cents. But at the end of the day, when you start talking about 50% returns, how long can that happen? Well, there's a strategy behind it. When they're using options and getting funds from a different source, that changes the whole game, because you know how many people's out here trying to do option trading. It's astronomical. And not everybody does option trading is the same. So that means that creates transactions. Now, 3 of these 4, even 14.24% is crazy. Just so you know. I mean, that's awesome in itself. But to be in this range, using your money to get in any of these ranges, this means TSLY stock, I guess, nearly stayed the same. OARK kind of went down a little bit, which would give a higher yield. NVDY went down to give a higher yield, but I heard it went back up today. So if you can get your money in at these price points, because remember, this fluctuates. If the stocks go up, that means your yield goes down. And when stocks go down, the yield goes up. But whatever you put in right now, these are the type of distributions you will receive. This is just for now, because if the stocks go down $5 each, let's say, then the distributions will be higher. So then you might consider, oh man, maybe I should throw some more in. But if the stock price goes up, now whatever you throw in means you're going to pay the difference between these numbers if the stock price goes up and the difference. So a $10 swing or a $5 swing could mean the difference of from 30% down to 24%, for instance, which is still great. But all I'm saying is getting in now is better at these rates. And this is at yieldmaxetfs.com. But you can get this at Robinhood, Webull. Get your free stocks if you haven't downloaded those brokerages. It's an app. Both are down below in the description box. Go check them out. When I was talking about Fiverr and StreamYard, those links are down below as well. When I was talking about TubeBuddy, that link is down below as well. All right. So think about all of that, and think about one last thing. I've talked about this for years now. When I started saying unstoppable domain, why do I talk about unstoppable domain? It's very simple. It's because they are crypto. It's .crypto, .x, .nft, .blockchain, .wallet, but it's on Polygon. And the reason why, you can build websites on on that domain. But the most important part is they can send you crypto at that domain. So we have stopstrugglingnow.crypto. I don't have to tell you what crypto to send me, but other than I should just say the top 300 crypto, right? It can't be some garbage crypto. Send me any of the top 300 cryptos, and you can send it to stopstrugglingnow.crypto, which is a lot simpler than alphanumeric characters, right? How about that for a little bit of privacy? Because it actually goes into that domain. The domain, by the way, which has no annual fees or any fees whatsoever. It's free to mint, and they're as low as $10. Most are 20, but then when you get into .x and some other different types, then they start, sometimes they could be 80, sometimes they could be 100, sometimes they could be 60. But nonetheless, unstoppable domains, the link is down below. Go get an unstoppable domain under your name, under your business name, just in case. Just in case. Is it worth $20 for just in case? Come on, think about it. I think so. I think so. Okay, Defiance ETF. I'm going to check out the Tesla Y, the company called Defiance ETF. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You have a little bit more homework. This is the stock talk. This is the equities. This is the stocks. This is what the top 10% of the wealthiest buy. Top 10% of the wealthiest own 89% of the stock market. Are you shocked? I'm not. Let's get real. All right. So you should be in it. Use the links, Webull, Robinhood. Get your free shares if you have not already downloaded those apps. Marks, the first ever ETF to utilize daily options, ODTE, for enhanced income generation paid on a monthly basis. Curtis Davis, yeah, that's somewhat like what YieldMax does. Very nice. Defiance ETF, ladies and gentlemen, but YieldMax is great as well. You saw the returns for the money you put in today. All right, not tomorrow, because the stock could be higher or lower tomorrow, so things will change. But today, and I would probably wait until after the Feds. So why don't we go look at something real quick? Why don't we do this? CNBC. I want to see what's happening after hours. Is it after hours yet? Yeah, it is. It's after hours. Let's go see what's been happening, because generally you can tell by what the market does. Oops, sorry. Oh, wait, we have pre-markets. What the heck? Didn't come up fast enough. Okay, Vanessa Cumagate, leaving us for tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Very nice for your input and information as usual. Congratulations on the year for doing the Seamless Genius Airbnb of malls. How sweet is that? How sweet is that? Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, if I get disconnected, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back. Don't worry. All right, we're going to wrap this up shortly. It's not going to be much longer. If you want to talk about anything or any discussion, you can put it down here in the chat room. Please let me know. Okay, here we are. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. That is interesting. Oh, but is it barely? If it's barely. Oh, it's not even, it's just staying level. They're acting like they don't know what's going to happen. That's interesting. That means they're getting missed messages from presidents of each Federal Reserve Board. They must be announcing, some are saying, yes, we don't mind having an interest rate hike. And others must be saying, well, no, we're not going to do it because this is highly unusual. The day before any federal rate hikes, I don't know if it's tomorrow or not, but if they're doing it tomorrow, this is weird. Maybe it's going to be Thursday, but nonetheless, that is interesting. All right. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh, yes, you can. Okay, great. Now, why is that blue? So let me know what you guys think. And oh, by the way, the strikes, have you guys figured out why they haven't settled? Striking unions are impacting the economy at a level not seen in decades. Can you guys, Writers Union will resume strike negotiation with studios this week. Remember what I was talking about on Friday? How these guys don't have to negotiate, meaning the business owner themselves, because they realize the material that they seek is not specialized. The individuals may have years of experience, years of hit TV shows, movies. They may have been at the top of whatever they do. But the problem is, it's not like they're the only ones that can do it. I can pay someone less and train them than give you concessions like 2% from when our hit movie reaches $1 billion and share it amongst you. I don't really have to do that because I have other people that would gladly come in and try to give us scripts and screenplays and things like that. In fact, the way real life is these days, you don't even need really any screenplays and scripts other than somebody to write in the lines. But in reality, you can get plenty fodder for movies and TV shows in real life. I mean, Jesus Christ, this is insane. What you can do, especially since there's so much social media. You can get ideas all over the place. Just go to a court of law too. Instacart prices IPO at 30 a share, valuing grocery delivery company at about 10 billion. Nice. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me know again. These guys are very smart. Let me know if any of you participated in any Webull, any Robinhood, any Fidelity, any Schwab. If any of them sent you any information for an IPO saying, are you going to buy Instacart? How much are you willing to pay for the shares? We'll put you on the waiting list. You do realize that's giving information to these guys. They're sitting there already having, in essence, pre-orders, knowing what you're going to pay for it. So they're sitting there doing what they're doing. They're sitting there going, well, look, man, we got like $5 billion of people willing to pay $30 or $35. And so then they make a decision. They're just like, really? Okay, then we'll make it come out at 30, 35. They're going to pay it. Why not? And other people will probably pay. They'll come on board because it's an IPO. IPOs aren't what they used to be, because that's what these guys are doing. I would not be so shocked if Robinhood, Webull was participating, because Robinhood participated before. Webull did too, where they were sending people out. Instacart, you guys can get in early. How much are you willing to pay? So when it comes out, you can automatically already be in at that price. But meanwhile, some people are going, why does these IPOs go up so fast? It's because they already have people in the background going, I'll pay 35, I'll pay 38, I'll pay 40. And all it takes is one ticker price to say 40. Next thing you know, everybody wants 40 and up. And so that's generally how it's been manipulated. So I'm just letting you guys know. I always say wait 2 days, 3 days. isn't going to tell a business that gets subsidies what to do. Are you serious? You guys already at Congress has already given me subsidies. I'm getting money next year, billions of taxpayer monies. And I own the building. You're not going to tell me to do with anything. Now, I could actually say, hey, give you credit maybe, but if I don't want to give you credit, I don't have to. You don't have no control over this situation. Zero control. Olive oil prices surge over 100%. This is interesting. This is outrageous. You guys better get you on Amazon ASAP. And if you deal with olive oil, in fact, go check out what olive oil does for you by drinking a little bit of it. Very interesting. You might want to get some olive oil about now, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if it's not too late. All right. In fact, let's go look, man. Amazon olive oil. No. Let's go look. Olive oil. Bottles. Let's go look, right? It might be too late. Yeah, it might be too late. Maybe not. It's not too late. Now, there's certain types of olive oil. Let me see if my brand will come up here. Just to give you guys an idea. No, not coming up. Let me go to Amazon. No, this isn't it. I don't want to dispense. Oh, no wonder I put in bottles. I was wondering why I wasn't seeing what I wanted to see. Here we go. Let's see. What do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? What do we have? We don't have any love here. Amazon. It almost looks like this label. That's not it. Beveled edges, round. I can't remember the name of it, but it's all right. Like I said. Nope, not here. Oh, blend. All right. So it's not outrageous. Whoa, $70 is outrageous. That starts getting things out there. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go look up some olive oil. Now, the question is it time to invest in some olive oil? There it is. Still relatively inexpensive. Here we go. Hold on a second. There's two different sizes. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. What size is this? Okay, 18, but what's the 25? Okay, it's still reasonable. Not outrageous just yet. Really, go for the 34 fluid ounce for $25. It's a winner. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Organic, extra virgin oil used by Michelin star chefs. There's a reason. You can actually drink this as well, which is good for you. Go do your research. All right. And this is a huge bottle. All right. One of these days, I'll bring it out from the kitchen. I'll show you guys. I am an actual user, and this does help your health as well. So it has nothing to do with the chefs, Michelin star chefs. Has nothing to do with that. It's actually good for you insides. So check it out. Another way to do it. All right, Vanessa, good night. Thoughts? But I'm back on now. All right, Paul Castillo's back. Paul Castillo, were you able to send me any of those links to the video? Thoughts on strikes? Okay, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, I gave a thoughts on Friday. And again, I have two sides of the coin. I think of a business owner. I'm just going to say it again. An employee is an employee. So what I'm trying to say is the old saying, if you died today, they will have somebody else take your place tomorrow. It does not change if you have 1,000 people or not. The reason why I say this is because I've already gotten paid. All right. You have to understand, we still have product out there. You can say, I want more money. You can say, I'm not going to transport your items. And then I'm going to have to do the other side of the fence and say, that's fine. But while you're out here picketing, while you're out here on TV, I'm going to have some scabs running across your line, and I'm going to pay them less. So in the end, you keep staying out here long enough, they're going to go from training to taking your jobs, because now they're going to get better as each week goes by, and I'm paying them less. And if our production gets anywhere near what your production was, we pay them 30% less, but production is 10 to 15% less. That's a win. It's like, I don't have to negotiate with you now. So all I'm saying is, from a UAE or UAW side of the coin, it's, you have every right. I say you should have unions everywhere that you can get them, because that helps get you your, 5-day weeks, overtimes, and health care coverages oftentimes, and a few other things, sick leave and things of this nature. But and doesn't allow them to just fire you on the spot, because traditionally you have to do certain things. So I agree with all of that, but from a bargaining standpoint, it's awfully hard. The only way you do bargaining that works out is just what I was saying earlier, I alluded to. If the business does get a short supply chain, they can't hire workers because they're not skilled to do your job. Now the business has a problem. But when we start talking about auto workers, screenplay writers, and people in Hollywood, those jobs are not like a person has to do things for years to catch up. You can walk in on computerized situations and get things done at the manufacturing facilities now, because we're computerized more. A lot of people are sitting there in Hollywood right now. There's probably, I can't even guess, tens of thousands of people that says, hey, I got a script. Hey, I want to be a cameraman. Hey, I want, all these things come up. I want to be an actor. I've been studying for 10 years. Nobody will give me a break. All that comes up, and they have them sitting on the sidelines, doing things at Venice Beach just to make money, working as a waiter and waitress, getting no opportunity. And all of a sudden, and if that doesn't tell you what you really need to know about the strike in Hollywood, think about this. I'm just going to lay it out for you. Up until streaming occurred, basically you had set actors and actresses in the studio, right? You had people that were kind of gatekeepers to, yeah, we're not going to work with these guys. We'll work with these guys. We'll give these guys 10 million. We'll give that guy 20 million, but we ain't giving that guy but 2 million, right? When streaming came out, where did they get all these actors from? Where'd they get all these writers from? Everybody has their own streaming TV series, movies, Amazon, Netflix, Paramount. Everybody's doing their own studio. Amazon even has studios. If there was such a shortage, you would have had a problem with all these streaming services all of a sudden coming up with their own TV shows and their own mini series and all that. So that ought to tell you all you need to know. When somebody says I'm going on strike, I'm just like, all right, but you're leaving an open window for somebody who wasn't even going to be on the board. So it's up to it's going to be resolved based on a little bit of what you can get, but you're going to have to start thinking from a worker standpoint, how long can we stay out here? The fact is that they're willing to talk that's a win in itself. But the longer you stay out, the more they can go to somebody else and say, hey, what do you have? What do you have? We like this. We'll green light it. So all that comes into play, especially at the movie industry. So that's the way I look at it. All right, Paul Castillo, he's back. Thank you so much for letting me know. I was freezing up, my man. But let me know if you're going to send me an email, support@stopstrugglingnow.com. And you can also send it on your phone if you had it on your phone, because then you can put a link to the cloud. You click on the video, then put share, send it through your email, and then I can click on it, because oftentimes they're going to be bigger than 25 megabytes or 30 megabytes. And so that way I can click on the link, go to the cloud and download it. And then that way I can put it in the into our brand section in StreamYard. And again, if you want to live stream, in fact, you know what's good for StreamYard is that you can record in StreamYard. That's right. You can record. You just don't have to do live stream. You can record. In fact, you can edit. I've tried it a little bit, but it's not a real edit. I mean, you can shorten, like if you went too long, you can bring back the video a little bit to line up at the start and the beginning if you want to line them up. I don't know if you can actually really edit it, but you can at least do that. And I'm probably sure you can probably dice it up into different segments. So you can probably edit segments. You know, it's just going to take you a little time versus regular software, which still takes a little time, but that can get you started. So you won't even need anything other than a camera. You can use your cell phone on StreamYard, just so you know. So the link down below for StreamYard, if you want to get in, it's free. Or if you want to be on more platforms, then you pay. 2 free platforms to begin with. And then you can always upgrade later. But at least please use the link down below. All right. Now, Paul Castillo, hopefully he's still here. He hasn't answered, though. Here we go. Let's see. UAW want 32 hours per week. 39. Ooh. Oh my. Oh my. That is not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. Not going to. I can tell you right now, there's no way they're going to do a 40% increase. You can ask. What are you going to settle for, though? 5? 3? Damn sure it won't be 40%, 39%. I can tell you that right now. Will not happen. Look, again, if you guys missed Friday, I told a story about what happened in Fremont. Our friend Willie used to work at the Fremont plant, getting like $30-some an hour. Back in the day when people were getting normal wages where 15 or 20 was norm for higher people living well. He was above that number. They were giving people crazy numbers. They went out on strike. And again, to make it short, this is why where Elon Musk, Tesla was, which now I think is Fisker, and it might be Tesla again. That used to be the Toyota facility. That's why it was there in Fremont. And where did they take their plant? Texas. You know what they told them? They said, guys, we don't need to argue with you. Texas is going to give us some free land, give us some tax cuts for 10 years or whatever. And oh, by the way, we're not paying nobody $30 an hour there. We're giving people $17, $18 an hour to start. They automatically cut their wages like 30%. They didn't have to negotiate. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand from a business standpoint. They don't have to. If they do and willing to share some of the profits, that's awesome because everybody's in it together more like it, right? But if they don't, you come to head, they just start doing the numbers. Again, you're a business owner. Think about it. If Texas calls up or Louisiana calls up, Mississippi calls up, South Carolina calls up and says, hey, man, we'll get our taxpayers to we'll do a bond, get our taxpayers to pay. We'll increase our sales tax 1%, 10%, and we'll give you free land. We'll even give you some money to build your manufacturing facility. And they're like, okay, because we get subsidies anyhow from the government, your tax dollars. And so why would we sit here and worry about that when we can cut our wages, which is mostly the bulk of expenses for a lot of businesses? We can cut our wages 30%. I think we're going to cut our wages 30% and move on. We don't have to. We can have a manufacturing facility up and operational in less than a year. That's how simple this goes. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. And this right here, what businesses have done is a travesty. Having people work for 30 hours so they don't have to pay them benefits. That's something that the government needs to do. And here's where I have a problem. The government doesn't do anything. They should. They should do things like if you have a union and then you decide that you're trying to cut people's hours so then that way you don't have to pay benefits. I'm like, why are we paying you subsidies? I would start leveraging it, but they're not. But that's how I would be operating. I'd be like, nah, man, we ain't giving you subsidies. Taxpayers are paying for this. So shouldn't taxpayers be getting what they justly deserve for working a livable wage? We're not giving you subsidies no more. That includes the oil, gas industry, the energy industries. You guys aren't giving our citizens a break. So why are we giving you a break? No more of this free land. No more of these tax cuts for 20 years. No more of our citizens are going to pay so they can have jobs. How about you do what all the rest of us do? Start a business. You take the risk. Then you can pay them whatever you want and see how many people are going to come running to work for you when you want to pay somebody $20 an hour. Why don't you do it that way? Now, come talk to us when you want to pay people livable wages, and then, yeah, maybe we'll assist you and give some taxpayer money to help you guys out. Otherwise, we need more police. We need more hospitals. We need more mental health facilities. We need some more food making going on in America so our food prices will go down. Come on now, Eric for president. I know it would work, but they can't have me as president because the big boys, we ain't having it. We're like, you guys take risks like everybody else. You want people to work and you pay them livable wages, we'll give you subsidies. If not, you're out there on your own. You want to go do that oil exploration out in the middle of the Gulf? Go do it. You're dime. Have life. Have fun. Now go find somebody that you can pay $25 an hour to go 800 feet under the sea. Go find them because you ain't. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is two sides of a coin. Remember, I used to work too. The strike for TV stars can go on further because AI and CGI. Exactly. Thank you for bringing this up, Curtis Davis. This is, again, see, ladies and gentlemen, one of the assets that you need is intellectual property rights. Remember that. Your stage name, that's a right. Your likeness, image, that's your right as well. And a lot of people, when they sign, remember, they're using stage names and they're using their real name. If you don't have the right entertainment lawyers from the get-go for your contract, you could be out of name and image likeness, just like a lot of stars from the 60s and before. They have TV shows that are on reruns right now. And they had to fight just to get some of that rerun money, or they don't get it at all. Because in their contracts, there was no name, image, likeness. So this networks and movie studios and TV studios are still making money, while the people that were the screenwriters and screenplay writers and camera guys and the boom operators and whoever was involved with making the film gets zip, including actors. That's why they're on strike, actually. So I agree with them that I would be trying to get it. But here's the problem. I gotta, in my contract written forward, if that's what you want, then that's what you're going to have to do. And unfortunately, you're going to have to die on the sword. If you say, hey, I want to get paid in perpetuity because if you put this on streaming, I want money. If you rerun these, I want money, which is a normal thing. If you syndicate this, I want money, kind of normal. I want money on any replay. I want money. Then your contracts are going to, when you sign your contract, that's what it's going to have to say. If they say no, are you willing to walk away? Nobody's generally going to walk away when they give you damn near 70% of everything, except for, I'm sorry, that streaming stuff. We're not giving you no money, but we'll give you this other stuff for if it turns into a TV show or whatever else, or movies and vice versa. We'll give you some part of that. But the streaming stuff, now we're going to keep that in-house and a few other things. So that's where the problem comes in. There's too many levers in this business in your contract that you have to write in. And if the owner says no, are you going to say, well, I don't want that $100,000 paycheck or that $200,000 paycheck right now because I have principles? No, you're probably going to say, okay, that's how they get you. Whenever you're hired for business, that's how they get you. They're not going to give you 100% of what you want, but you're looking at it like, man, if I don't take this job, I'm getting a nice sum of money right here. So why am I going to be greedy, right? Unless you do what the kids, the Lion King kid did. But this is exactly what's going to happen. Curtis Davis brought it up. So now you own your image and likeness and name, because oftentimes you sign it over for the studio's use or the executive producer's use. I mean, this is all I'm saying. AI can record voice and look and digitize. I know, I've seen it already. It matches people's voices. and mannerisms. It's crazy. Doesn't matter for megastars, but for newbie stars, it's hard. Exactly. But even the mega stars, they are different because the studios need their star power. This is why they have crazy contracts. They have stuff like I'll use like the old guy, Sylvester Stallone, right? You know why he's making Expendables 4? Executive producer, gets to get part of the screenplay probably. He's also going to make money on the other side of this with any action figures or any games or anything they create. He's going to get a piece of that. So even if the movie's a flop, let's say they have stars in there, right? So let's just say it costs, I don't know. These guys they don't even care about taking the money anymore. That's how much money aftermarket makes. Let's just say the movie costs $55 million for Expendables 4 to make, right? And let's just say at the movie box office, they get 30. People call it a flop. But here's what's going to happen. It's going to run on HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, and all that. So money's coming in from that. Then they're going to run it on stream services, the Netflixes, the Amazons, the Primes, and all that. And whoever the studios that made it, they'll run on their channel. So all that money's coming in. So this is where the writers are pissed. They're like, hey, man, why aren't we getting compensated? That's why they're on strike. I understand it. But the problem is the contract you signed does not allow you to do that. Whereas the big stars, their contract says exactly what you guys want. So they're getting paid regardless. When the money comes from overseas, the flop that you call it, the movie made 30 million overseas, 30 million in America. The flop that you call it, they get the back end. So whether it's a flop or not, when it goes to streaming services, they're getting paid. When it's running on TV eventually, they're getting paid. But is the screenplay, the screenwriters, and all these guys getting paid? Unlikely. So just keep all that in mind. But that's how it works. That's Hollywood. That's America, this capitalist system, right? You guys didn't want socialism. Curtis Davis, I got several notifications for ARM and Instacart. See, I knew you would. And that's why it popped. That's why it's going to pop too. IPO market, AV fixed a rigged game for Wall Street, as Eric mentioned. Exactly. Mr. Financial telling it like it is. Yes, $30 an hour in 2000s in Fremont. Exactly. And to believe that these guys get barely paid after things have went up. Inflation has risen way over 30% over 20 years. And these guys are getting paid less than what they were getting paid before. Cost of living is more. It's incredible. That's huge money. These workers say they want to stop paycheck living, but any state will take those jobs, as Eric mentioned. Exactly. You have no leverage when you're at higher paying jobs. You have no leverage when you're at lower paying jobs. This is why the right to work exists in a lot of states, which a right to work is against workers. All right. That means they can walk in, you're fired. You have nothing that you can do. You can go to court. You can probably win a case or two. But generally, your right to work means we can fire you anytime. It's not really you have a right to work. You got to be in the union. So Alabama is cashed in. Exactly. Toyota, Honda, Mercedes, and suppliers have a 10-year plan of expansion since 2021 until lots of love, free land, low taxes, credits, and remember, they are getting money from what government, from us taxpayers, subsidies to boot. And in case you haven't been off of, what is that, Highway 10? I believe it's Louisiana, or it could be Alabama. But you should see the manufacturing facilities. You would think you were like, whoa, 100 yards by 100 yards by another 200 yards by 100 yards. They got serious manufacturing facilities hidden in the trees. These aren't some little things. These are huge. And they're paying people less than they would in California, less than they would probably in Arizona. So that's the perfect location. They're like, yeah, we're going to give you $20 an hour. We're going to give you $22 an hour. Yeah, you can even be in the union, but we're going to agree to that number. because they know they can have 10 years worth of low labor to get back up to what they were paying in a different location. All right, just keep that in mind. I didn't want to get into this too deep because this is how the billionaires stay billionaires. This is how the wealthy get wealthier. Because if I can get cheap labor, then that means I'm underpaying you. And that means I'm making more profits and my shareholders get more profits. And oh, by the way, I have a stock and I'm holding some of the stocks, which is just fake paper, right, out of thin air. And because I am part of a shareholder or stock, or I'm an executive in the company, they're giving me thousands of shares, a la Elon Musk, right? So I didn't work for it, but you gave me a couple 100,000 shares and the stocks are worth $100 each. That's millions. And you gave it to me last year. And every 2 years, if I made our stock go up a little more, then that means I get released another couple 100,000 shares. And if they just so happen to be $300, you guys can start doing some numbers and you're going to be like, wait, is that $30 million? Wait, he didn't have to wait, that was his contract? Right. But the workers down below, you have no contract like that. You don't get to share in that. We're not giving you like a 10,000 shares or 2,000 shares or nothing like that just because you worked there for 5 to 10 years. Hell no. You work for us. I mean, it's funny when you really think about it. But this is one of the reasons why I always had to start my own business. Alabama has cashed in. Yep. Okay. Yep. It's in South Carolina has cashed in. Kentucky has cashed in. All of the so-called right to work states has cashed in. But funny thing, you notice most of those states, they're not in the top economically. There's a reason. Have all them workers, but when they get underpaid, where are these people spending their money? They have to live paycheck to paycheck. Just keep that in mind. All right. I-85 from Hyundai and Kia own Alabama and Georgia. Exactly. Think of all these places. And when they have them manufactured in the Southeast, now their distribution is also cheaper because you have a lot of people that live in the Southeast. We don't have to go from California or Arizona or any of the Nevada. More people are living east of the Mississippi. So that's perfect. Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Alabama, South Carolina, Mississippi, Tennessee. Beautiful. And we can pay people damn near a third less of what we would pay out west. So why are we worrying about out west when we can ship stuff from here easier and cheaper, I might add, because the regulations on shipping in California is the worst for truckers because you need everything to be on point, almost trying to price you out of existence and being a trucker in California. So that's another factor that comes into play. So they're happy to leave Cali if they're in any manufacturing business. All right. Georgia repeating the process. That's right. Auto plant thefts. Exactly. There we go. But here's the $1 million question. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, this has nothing to do with it. We're just having conversation right now. Here's what I'm going to do, though, because I've been trying to see if Paul Castillo is going to show us something, and I'm going to end this shortly. But you guys know it's time for a video. Let's see which one we're going to do tonight. Let's do this one. And my man, Rhett Butler, hasn't gotten in touch with me. In fact, I better call him to see if he's okay, because he hasn't gotten in touch with me.
People call me the champ. That's not true. I'm a champ a long time ago. This is the champion, David Chu. Say hello. David Chu. Hello, everyone. Tell us what's the tournament that you just won a ridiculous amount of money in?
Well, what's the WPT?
Yeah, WPT where? How much did you win? 3.4. 3.4 million David Chu just came home with. You're amazing. Amazing. Yes, let's give a hand for David Chu. We have David Chu here. Just won $3.4 million. Can you break it 24 with David? How we doing? How's the table? Oh my God, Brett Butler's here. Brett Butler and I have a lot of history. He's the man who got absolutely no cards in the final table when we were together. It was unbelievable. I got so unbelievably lucky, and he got nothing sick. It was really sick. This man should have won a hell of a lot more money. But how much did you win at the World Series, David? $3.2. For real? He won $3.2 million. and he got absolutely no parts, got completely screwed, and I felt really bad, but it's not that bad. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. You're playing against Glenn Turman, who's one of my old clients. Glenn is one of the great actors of our time. Glenn's been nominated for an Emmy this year for his HBO movie. You gotta come and talk to Glenn. You didn't recognize Glenn Turman that you're next to? That's crazy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, hiding out on me, man. Oh, my goodness.
Of course. Glenn, I miss you so much. We have Glenn Turman in the house, everybody. Tell us about the movie that you're doing. You just did great feel. You're nominated for an Emmy this year.
Well, HBO put me up for a nomination.
Ladies and gentlemen, SSN Lifestyle. If you can get it earlier the better, right? You don't have to wait. Hey, look, we just had another person that we know pass away. I mean, this is like wild. Yes, in this particular case, the person was older, but still, another friend of mine tells me another person died when they're like 45 years old. It's outrageous what's happening. I mean, it's crazy. You never know how long you're going to live, which is another thing. All right. Thank you so much for this. We have a video. Paul Castillo from the cliff. It looks similar to the other video, but I'm still going to play it. This is Larimar. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give a little promo for Larimar because we've talked about it. I might even do Cruise on Land, and I might do something Vistacana. But let me, this is 25% increase in price for Larimar comes October 1st. So down below in the description, there should be a link for Larimar. Go see Gwen. Let them know you're from SSN Nation. Eric told you to come and check them out. And Prime Towers first phase, that's going to be the cheapest you can get. They have roughly a few 1-bedrooms left and a few 2-bedrooms left. So go over there because the next level is Blue Breeze. Prices are going up. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to play, let me see, I'll play this one because this is the one that was 2.5% increase back in July. The next one comes October 1st. So this gives you an idea because there's an 18-hole golf course out here, plus all of this and more. Check out this little short video. Real estate investing, part of what billionaires have. Business interest, as you very well know, I illustrated that several times tonight. This is what you need to get in. If somebody tells you no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry, you might want to perk up because that's exactly what you can do with these pre-construction projects in the Dominican Republic. There are 4 big-time projects there. What you just saw was part of Larimar. That's a renderings. It's going to be built. The first phase is going to be built in 2 years, 2 years and 3 months, somewhere in that ballpark. It's slated for September 2025, but let's just call it. Nobody's been exactly on time yet for any of their projects. So I move it to January 2026 or December 2026. But again, they're different. They have 10 cranes on the island. So that just gives you a little preview. The 18-hole golf course is there. They're going to have a country club. They're going to have a driving range. They're going to have a sports complex. The sports complex is not a regular, soccer and basketball. Soccer, basketball, tennis courts, paddleball courts, meaning I believe that's pickleball. I don't know the difference between paddleball and pickleball. Paddleball, I always thought you hit up against the wall, but I don't know. Soccer, of course, basketball, I mentioned. They showed badminton, they showed baseball. That's the sports complex. Well, then a new project's coming out called Blue Beach. I mean, it's on Larimar, but there's sections of Larimar because they're making it like Central Park. They so happen to have a man-made beach behind Blue Breeze condos, which is the second phase, which will be out in 2026, the September, October 2026. So now, and then also in the back of the Prime Towers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, behind those buildings, all of a sudden there's basketball courts, sport courts behind there, and either there's a building. We don't know what's in the building yet. They won't release the info, whether it's a fitness center, I don't know. Is it that eccentric, kid-centric community center? That would be awesome if it is. Now you'll have a man-made beach across the walkway. You'll have a kid-centric community center. You'll have basketball courts / I guess you can turn them into volleyball, or I don't know, maybe goalie courts for soccer or hockey or something. I don't know. But you'll have all that right behind the towers, not even in the sports complex. And you're going to have the boardwalk, which is offset. And from the boardwalk, once again, this is your view. They set this up out there, so check this out.
Aquí estamos en Larimal City, antes y el después en 2 años. Yeah. Larimal City before and after, before now. Aquí está el farallón.
That's interesting. That looked like Gennaro out there for a second. What the heck? I saw solar panels. Very smart. Very smart, because then that way people can come out there at nighttime, chill out. I like it. Hey, where's Victor Marrero at? This reminds me. This is what it used to be like in Puerto Rico, right? Going down to the beach, you have the little pavilion like this, have the barbecue going on. People bring down the little coolers and chill out, relax, have a little bonfire going occasionally. Some people fishing, breaking some fish out, cooking it right, man. Come on. Island life. Come on. So anyhow, that reminds me of that. And while I'm thinking about it, in the Dominican Republic, along the beaches that I've been on, I've rarely seen any pavilions, but I understand the wind gets kind of gusty. So the structure itself usually doesn't do well with 120 winds, 120 mile per hour winds. So again, if you're interested in Larimar, make sure you go see Gwen and make sure you go lock in. The guy that we thought was going to get the unit on Tower 1 up front, he's not able to get it. Unbelievable. We thought we were going to. I was taking orders, and as it turns out, somebody's willing to pay more. Somebody's willing to pay more. What a shock. What a shock. These people are like willing to pay cash now. I am not shocked. They're saying, oh, you want 169,000? No problem. We'll take it. Because they know what's going to happen when you put 5-star hotels on your boardwalk and you have Royal Sonesta and the James Hotel, which are upscale luxury lifestyle brands for Sonesta. They know what's going to happen. They know. And it's awesome to see. Awesome to see. I mean, this is too much for me. I mean, I'm just going to tell you like it is. Now, here's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to see if I can get a picture up for you, which I cannot. Oh, he's at Vistacana. He went to Vistacana too. Okay, I have some pictures, but unfortunately, this is gonna have to wait for Wednesday because I can't pull these. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah, I can't put these in the screen. Well, maybe I can. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Oh, yes, I can. I think I can. That'd be cool if we can. Yes. Okay, it looks like we're in luck. We are in luck, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. I'm going to take this off. He's provided us some more videos. This is going to be Vistacana, another project where he said somebody, Jaway J said Paseo. I can't remember the name of it. I got to go look it back up. He said Paseo. What did he say? Paseo. Oh, hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. I got to go find this because I have to remember this because we have to go look this up. It's in Vista. Oh, he told us that's right. It's Mediterranean. Paseo Islena, Isleno, but it was 289,000 to 389,000. He said they were Mediterranean style. I believe they're villas. So again, prices are starting to escalate as we predicted as they build out Vistacana, as they build out Atlantida, as they build out any of these mega projects, cruise on land. As they build them out, the prices are going to escalate. Prices were cheap at Vistacana 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You could buy a one bedroom for 79 grand or 69 grand. You could buy a two bedroom for 110, 120, 125 grand. Now you're going to be hard pressed to get those because they actually have buildings there. They have structures there. They have some of the complexes there. Nowhere near what's going to be there in the next 2 years. But they have a lot of projects that are coming right now, already built, townhome, villas, condos built. So in the next 2 years, things are going to change dramatically. Dramatically. All right, here we go. Let's break this out so you guys can see for yourself. Let's go. We're going to, is this it? Yes. Okay, this is the best I can do. So I will probably take myself to down below the screen. Let's see if this is going to work out. This is the best I can do for pictures right now. We'll do this on Wednesday. I'll look into it a little more, but what's the best we can do? Where is it? Okay. I can't get in. Oh, here we go. Or can I? Where is that? I can't find it. Oh, we can do something better, I see. Here we go. All right. This is the little building area there. The little Okay. I lost connection, I see. All right. Well, you guys have seen it. This is Vista Cana here at the end. And that was the Vista Cana Beach Club. So those are very cool. So thank you so much, Paul Castillo, for those. And again, these are very cool. Thank you so much for that. We can add it into am I going to be allowed to use these for some sort of shorts, right? I'll put the pictures all together, turn them into shorts, unless you need them for something. That would be nice of you. If you're still here, let me know. And that looks to be the only ones thus far that he was able to send over. All right, that's beautiful. Again, if you're not familiar with Vista Cana, Cruise on Land, Larimar, Atlantida, I suggest you get familiar with it. If you want to have assets that go up in value in a quick way, then you've got to consider downtown Miami. There's Lofty Brickell, 501 Residences. There's a bunch, but they're going to be costing a pretty penny. You know, there could be $400,000 for a studio, $500,000 for a studio, but it's worth it because history is showing $100,000 to $200,000 increase in prices in a matter of a year and a half. So there's a difference in the DR. You might not get that in a year or a year and a half, but in Miami, prices escalate because they sell so fast because apparently the rest of the world wants to buy condos in Miami. All right. So once again, you can search the channel. I have Lofty Brickell is still available, just so you know. Nativo not available. 501 Residences, I believe there's some units still left. Underneath all videos that I have here on the channel for real estate, down below in the description is going to be some of the realtors, people you can get in touch with. Let them know you're from SSN Nation. So that way, hey, we just get credit, right? They'll just be like, hey, Eric, man, thank you for sending over some people. I don't have any deals with anybody in Miami, but I do have deals. I'm starting to have deals with people in the DR because I'm referring so many people. It's kind of ridiculous, quite frankly. And now that I'm looking at it, down below in the description box, I didn't have anybody's information. Well, we're about to rectify that. You're going to have to do a refresh because I'm about to throw it down. I didn't realize I didn't have their names down below. So let's see here. We use this one. So we're going to have Larimar. We're going to have Vista Cana. We're going to have Cruise on Land information down below here shortly. That's not it just yet. That's interesting. But I have Larimar that I'm putting in. So you'll be able to get in touch with Gwen. Then we're going to do Cruise on Land. You get in touch with Hetzel. There's also other videos that comes through as well that you can go watch. You can get some of the brochures as well, which makes it nice. We have Macau Gardens that you could buy a condo, a 2-bedroom for $53,000. Again, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry, 10% down, 20% down, and make monthly payments at 0% interest for 2 to 3 years whenever they're going to build it. So that can help you as well. And the same rules apply for Larimar, Cruise on Land, Atlantida. Sometimes they're negotiable. Some places say put 20% down, but they'll allow you to put 10% down because it's pre-construction. As long as they get their 30 or 40% or 50% during construction, that's all they care about. So it just makes your payments a little higher if you put less down. That's the nature of the beast. So once again, down below in the description box, you can check out a lot of places. There's Sabana that actually has owner financing at 9.7% for their condos. Their 2-bedroom condos at Sabana Equestrian Center is $196,000 or $207,000. And if you want a 2-bedroom condo with a terrace up top, like a penthouse type, $227,000. They will do owner financing with 20% down. But we have a member here who put 10% down and they approved it for that $227,000 unit. But his payments are high, $2,983 a month when they put 10% down. Another 10% down wouldn't decrease it significantly, but no credit check, no qualifying. That's your payment. They're going to build it in 2 years, and you still would be making those payments after 2 years. Or if you can get somebody to refinance it and can reduce your rate, or a lower interest rate than 9.7 would help out greatly as well. 7.5 from 9.7 is 2 percentage points less. That adds up. So that would be doable for you. So just think about that. That's a different way. Equestrian center, horseback riding, or equestrian training. If you have horses, there's going to be pastures and there's going to be a stable area. And inside Sabana, that's where the owners of Vistacana live. They have big ass. I think they have the biggest villas. They have villas over 4,000 square feet. That's pretty big. That's incredible. All right. So once again, we're going to wrap this up. Down below in the description box, I left out, didn't realize I didn't have everything down there. So when I was talking about TubeBuddy, that wasn't down there as well in the bottom of the description box. So if you want to start YouTube, then I suggest you get TubeBuddy. It's one of the tools that you can use that helps you out with keywords. It helps you out with your titles, can also create thumbnails for you, or you can use Canva to create thumbnails. But down below in the description box, refresh your page, and now I have all of these. Larimar, Cruise on Land, get in touch with these guys. Let them know you're from SSN Nation. And if you're serious, make sure you communicate. Sometimes if you're not familiar, we're here to answer questions and give your thoughts. Some people would say, hey, Eric, I can buy a unit that is in, I always pick on Las Brisas, but let's just say I can buy a unit anywhere in Punta Cana, La Romana, it doesn't matter. And then my next question would be, what are you going to do with it? If you're going to live there, you're going to look at it differently than if you're going to rent it to, or try to get short-term rentals. If you're trying to get short-term rentals, then the rule is try to make sure that your guests are going to be excited about staying there. A pool and a fitness center for most guests, okay, they like that, it's fine. But if they can find out that they have more than just a pool and a fitness center, a game room, basketball courts, soccer fields, baseball fields, whatever the case may be, a man-made lake, any of those help people out that they want to rent from you. All right. Just keep that in mind. All right. I'm doing a few things in the background that I probably will have to do afterwards, but just giving you ideas because people have a different way of looking at things. All right. So Andreen Miller, thank you so much for being here once again. Very nice to see you. Good night all to you. Remember, 8 billionaires own as much wealth as 50% of the population. What should you be doing? Buying assets, reducing the liability costs. If you can get rid of your liabilities and change that cost that you're buying liabilities and buy assets, you win, especially in the long run. So let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button because I'm probably going to end this here right about in about 3-4 minutes. If you want to discuss anything else, please do so now. We have a chat room that's open all the time. On Wednesday night, we'll have another subject matter. But remember this, on Wednesday night live streams, the wealthy Wednesday night live streams, only members with the icon can be in the chat room. Members of other podcasts or things like that, they can be in the chat room as well. That's it. Everybody else, you can only watch on Wednesday nights. Just keep that in mind. Share the videos. That's fine. But as far as being in the chat room on Wednesday, you have to be a member with an icon, which means financial member of the channel. So just keep that in mind. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, but as you know, we never give up. We don't stop, even when adversity comes your way. Do not give up. Keep progressing forward. And please sign up at the bottom of the screen for our other social media platforms, because what you don't understand is I post other things motivational messages and some other videos and things like that on our social media. So just keep that in mind. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure, stay out of trouble, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.